Good morning, everybody. I just got one thing to say.
Morning, Your Majesty. It is another beautiful day in Zamunda.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, man. We got a special episode today. We got a special episode, man. As always, we're gonna do a panel show, but today we're gonna do a deep dive in the AFC East, if you will, and the NFC East. Sorry, we did the AFC last week. We're gonna do the NFC East this week. If this cat won't stop bothering me, quit knocking stuff off, little lady. Anyway, it's too early for this shit. So we did the NFC East, AFC East last week. Now we're doing the NFC East this week. I forgot to send Greg the invite. If he's up, he'll be here. He'll be joining us as well. I'm going to be sending it to him soon, and even maybe color commentary might be popping up. But before we get to it, I'd like to welcome to the couple of people that jumped in. Liz, how you doing? Good morning, and of course, my man Scott Jackson. What's going on, bro? This next guest, I'm 45 years old, man, and this next guest I knew before I know what puberty was. We grew up together in the neighborhood of Carroll City, down the street from the Dolphin Stadium. Unfortunately, he's a Cowboys fan, so that's why I brought him up here. Who better to deep dive into the NFC West than a Cowboys fan? My brother from another mother, Mr. Man of the Hour, Joe. What's going on, brother?
What's good? How you doing?
It is an honor and a privilege to have you here, bro.
Thank you.
You know, we grew up together, man. We grew up, you know what I'm saying, watching wrestling and all that other good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
As a matter of fact, you're probably one of the reasons I have a love for football, man. Going to all the Northwestern games, whatever.
Yeah. Those were the days, man.
Oh yeah. We got to see Santana Moss in person, you know?
Yep, all the good old boys in the 90s. That high school football was taking off down here then.
Yeah. It was.
Mm-hmm. Carroll City with the back-to-backs, Northwesterns with the outside of it, 95, 98. Carroll City with the 96, 97. You know, and then in the 2000s, it was still doing its thing. Everybody was still making noise.
Teddy Bridgewater was doing his thing. Who's the guy? He went to the U, but never really did anything with it.
The guys before him was Ja'Cory Harris.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Harris. He never really amounted to much.
Yeah, UM was doing different things at that time when they just took so much talent out of one spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just thought it was like some of them kids had to branch out. A lot of people just wanted to stay home. They didn't want to. Some of the people didn't even fit the system with what Miami was trying to do at the time. So I think that was the downfall then. Because you just got a bunch of guys that just ran Dade County from 3 different schools. And then you collected however many you could from all 3. And it didn't work out too well.
And man, as a matter of fact, man, I could still do every time we talk about Dolphins football, I could still hear the song "Reasons" from Earth, Wind & Fire be playing in the background. Say no to drugs and yes to life. No, yes to education. That's what it was, right?
Yes, yeah.
Say no to life. That was whatchamacallit. He was tackled by a host of bulls.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think he's still doing it too.
Really?
I think so. I haven't been to a game in so long, so I think he is still doing it.
Oh man.
I think I can't remember his first name. I think it's Wilcox is his last name.
JC, we all ask the same question. Why do we seek so much dolphin content? Hey, man, it's the off season. So, I mean, but anyway, let me see. Give a shout out to Cat for Life. That's the OG right there. How you doing? He's from the neighborhood. Delusional Patriots fan. What's up? JC. And of course, man. Yeah, we are the craziest. Do you watch any Cowboys YouTube?
For me,
Yeah.
any Cowboys YouTube? No. Why do you ask?
No, I'm just asking because Dolphins community Dolphins community is there's an abundance of Dolphins community. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I was want to see if. By the way, hold on, let me get rid of it real quick. That's just me being me. Is that it?
No,
Cool.
you were trying to put something up there.
No, I'm trying to copy the link so I can send it to a couple of people.
Okay.
They want to jump up and talk. Then I'm gonna open it up to everybody who wants to come up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said to my homie, he's the co-host. His name's Greg, and Greg is a Boston Celtics fan. So I don't know if I should send it to him.
Yeah, send it to him. We get his perspective on what he thinks is gonna happen.
No, at first he's like, "Oh, it's over. We're gonna lose," and now, but it's all good, man. I got nothing but love for him, man. If it wasn't for him, he helped me a lot on these Saturday panels, man.
Yeah.
But before we do, I heard something. You sent me something interesting this morning. Check this out, people. This article, but this clip I just got this morning. Apparently, they're gonna use Will Ferrell to play John Madden in a movie. What do you guys think of Will Ferrell playing John Madden in a movie? And of course, I'm always gonna shout out my man Chef Juice Catering. He's from the crib too. So you have a party to cater, contact him. He's on Instagram at Chef Juice Catering, bro. He was a guest on the Blender, and man, I'm always gonna be grateful for him to be he became a guest. You know what I mean? Colors right now he's swimming with dolphins, so I don't think he'll be on for now. But just in case we're on later on, let me see. And one thing I want to bring up. So what else is new, bro? Tell me about your artwork. You went to Northwestern, right?
Yes.
And you went as a magnet program.
Yeah, I was in the magnet program for the four years that I was there.
Yeah.
It was PAVAC, Performing and Visual Arts Center.
Yeah.
And that's where I did. I mean, I started really from Norland was the first magnet school I got in Norland Middle School, and then went on to Northwestern. After that, I did a little bit of college at at the time was Broward Community College. I think it's just called Broward College now.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, and I took a lot of time off and got interested in other things, but I decided to jump back into it and show and see what I can still do. But I just wanted to show some of the old stuff right now that's on my Instagram and stuff like that, on my social media stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Yeah.
show some of the old stuff.
A lot of people really don't know what I'm saying. Like everybody's like, a lot of people are like, well, what's so unique about drawing? Being art program. The thing about what's up, Greg? How you doing, bro?
Doing good. How are you guys?
All
Oh, nothing beautiful.
right.
Like I said, this is my right hand man who's a Celtics fan, and like I said, I kind of hesitated sending you the invite, but whatever. Oh man. But anyway, listen, man. Joe is in a wheelchair, obviously. And a lot of people don't know that bit, but this is me back in the day with him. This was taken a few years ago with your brother-in-law.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Yeah, man. And the thing about it is, all the artwork I'm about to show you is he draws with his mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's very unique. Not too many people do that. I mean, you showed me this lady who did do it, but she's kind of a kook. So you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that in a whatever the fuck way you want to take it. But yeah, that was and so what got you into drawing? And like I said, we're about to jump into the NFC East. I just wanted to highlight this real quick. But go ahead. What got you into?
I really don't think I got into it. I think it was just something that I was doing in elementary school that during our art classes, and I guess because of me doing it with my mouth, and the art teacher just caught on to me and just worked with me, and I just went from it got me interested, not got me interested, but basically spoke to my mom about putting me into some magnet schools and whatever, and I ended up at Northern Middle and then Northwestern, and so it wasn't really just I didn't really like get into it. I think I was just because I was just able to do it and I was just doing it, and it just became a thing. Just did it.
That's what's up. What was your favorite thing to draw?
Well, I could tell you what I didn't like doing. I hated them still lifes that they always would make us do, and then my little thing, the background. I remember Bob
Yeah.
was always big on backgrounds. Like I would always do whatever he wanted me to do. Like as far as I always whatever we were doing was that I just picked the main part and did that, focused on that and whatever. And then the rest of the paper would be white. And then, Bob would have a problem with that. So he'd always get on me about a background. But as far as whatever I had a favorite, I didn't really have a favorite. I just drew whatever I felt like drawing. Like if I see something in a magazine or whatever, I just try to do it and just see what happens, how it come out or whatever.
All right. So here's the other question. Now we'll get into some football now. What made you? Because we grew up in the same neighborhood. I literally lived literally around the corner from where you live. What made you a Cowboys fan, being that we're from the same area?
Being forced to watch it after being, not being able to watch what I wanted to watch was WWF at the time, early mornings or whatever, or early afternoon or something. And my brother-in-law would want me to tape the games for him. So I was forced to have the TV on the Cowboy game because, back then we didn't have the DVRs and stuff like that. You could watch whatever you want and whatever. You had to have the channel on that channel. So I had to watch the games and they were winning. So I'm seeing all this stuff and I'm a kid and I'm getting, I guess, influenced by this stuff, like this team is pretty good, they beating up on everybody. So I get that's where it came from.
That's what's up, man. Who are your your division rivals?
Who would I say is our division rival?
Yeah. The one you like when the division rival that you hate losing to. Like for instance, I hate losing to the Bills, and so does my man Greg here.
Oh, the Giants. The Giants, absolutely the Giants. Then, mm-mm. You can't lose to the Giants, man. You lose to the Giants. They talk about Cowboy fans or whatever. I mean, yeah, there are those out there that are delusional and stuff like that. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the not crazy fans, the real football type fans that also has a team like me. Um, you just don't lose to the Giants, man.
Yeah, for
Not
sure.
us.
So,
Mm-mm.
all right, now let's start. We're gonna go into the division opponents, right? We're gonna read their depth chart and shit like that. You could tell me. You tell me what do you think are their strengths and weaknesses, because you know them better than we do, because you obviously play them. So, first thing, but before we do that, I just want to go into this real quick. This was I guess 1995. Yeah, I want to say yeah, this was 1995, and we were in Plantation with your cousin. And hold on, no, that's the wrong one. There you go. You remember this picture?
Yep. Yeah. It was Plantation. Yeah. Northwestern against Plantation. I believe we won that game.
Yeah. And then we went to the Orange Bowl the week
For,
after that.
I think we won that game 14-9 or something like that. 14-12 maybe. I think it was 14-12. And nobody gave us a chance. I think they were number one or something and something, all type of mess. And nobody gave us the chance to win the game. Everybody said it's gonna run out. Our luck ran out right there. But
No, we won the state championship. That was the year Nate Webster, Snoop Menace.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But nobody gave us a chance. Everybody was
Yeah,
thinking that, we got our first round, I believe, was against Miami Lakes. And we
yeah.
ran
HML,
through them.
HML.
Yeah,
Yep, I remember
HML.
that game.
We ran through them, and I can't remember who we played second round. And then I think we went to Plantation, and then no, I'm thinking about too many games, bro.
Yeah,
How
I
many
feel you.
games we
We
played?
went
I
to,
think we
we
played
went to
like,
Plantation. We went to Plantation.
and
Then after
came back and played
Plantation, we
Carroll
went to
City.
Orange Bowl, and then state championship, which I didn't go to. But
Okay,
I
so
didn't,
after HML was Southridge.
okay, Southridge. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was Southridge because we started the season 0-3,
Yeah.
and we revenged the Carroll City game and the Southridge game, but we lost the third game was Miami High. We never got to play them that year again.
But by the way, I have a question. Can you read it?
Thoughts of the use of AI to generate art?
What do you think of is AI to generate art, like not like handmade anymore?
Yeah, I mean, listen, what ain't handmade anymore? I mean, everything is so just whatever. Like what about the AI music artists? Like now you could get people to sound like Eminem and people to sound like Kendrick Lamar and all this other stuff. They could just make a song, like you just put the lyrics in and
Mhm.
then what you want to sound like. I want to sound like this. Rap this sounding like, whatever. Sing this sounding like Taylor Swift or you could be anybody you want for real nowadays.
Hey, by the way, all right, here we go. Who's the next division team you hate the most after the Giants?
Um,
By the way, Greg, if you
it,
have any questions, man, feel free to ask
it got to be
or any
Philly.
thoughts.
It's Philly. It's Philly.
Philly, okay.
Philly, and and then they just got better.
Hmm.
They were in the Super Bowl, and that just like, so it's like we're the only ones, us and the Commanders.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, if they don't get rid of that damn name.
All right, so we're gonna go after the command. We're gonna go in the Commanders. But yo, Greg, before you do, man, like I said, this is your show too, bro. So if you have any thoughts or anything that you got on your mind that you've been wanting to get out there, bro, go for
I
it.
just want to say this about the Commanders. They might be changing their name again
They need to.
because apparently the lawsuit didn't go, or the copyright didn't go through, so they might have to change their name again. Losers.
They should call it the Commandos. So here we go. We're gonna Commanders depth chart. Washington Commanders depth chart. Or the Washington. They should go back to the Washington football team. I think that was better.
Yes, I agree. That was better.
But they need, you know what? If I think, look, you're a billionaire franchise. You should pay quit being a cheapskate and pay. I think it should be Washington Red Tails in order to, but depth chart. All right, here we go. Here we go. According to ESPN, they're I'm gonna do the first and second. Their starting quarterback is Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett, and then Jake Fromm. Then the running back is Brian Robinson Jr. Have you heard of him?
The running back, Brian Robinson, I believe so.
How was he?
I can't remember what school he was from, but Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson's he's gonna be a stud this year.
Yeah, I think he was pretty cool. Yeah, he was decent.
Mm-hmm. Terry McLaurin, Jadon Dotson, Curtis Samuels, and then their tight end is Logan Thomas. Alex Ahmed for their fullback. Their left tackles is Charles Leno. And I think he's Jay Leno's cousin or nephew or something. Andrew Norwell, Nick Gates, Sam Cosme is the right guard, and then the right tackle is Andrew Weil. So,
I have no knowledge of any of those dudes.
And trust me, offensive line, and then their defensive ends are their defensive line is pretty good, man. They have Chase Young, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat. Then linebackers are David Mayo, Cody Branton, and then Jermaine Davis. Cornerbacks are Kendall Fuller, Kareem Curl, Derek Forrest, and Emmanuel Forbes. So, given that, Greg, which position group do you think they have better than us and the Miami Dolphins, in your opinion?
Damn, that's tough. Maybe defensive line.
What about quarterback? Who do you think we have? Who gives? All right, at the edge, who has quarterbacks? Us, Miami, or
I would say Washington. Honestly, I think they have a better. I mean, Sam Howell might be better than our two backups at this point. But I think maybe the defensive line would be the one position they have on us.
Because I think wide receiver we have them beat, even though Terry McLaurin and Jadon Dotson are pretty good wide receivers. No, you don't think so?
I think y'all got them all day, no matter what.
What about coaching? We have Frank Smith, and they have who's that guy?
Coaching.
What's his name? Yeah, who's the coach they got from Kansas City?
Oh, Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy.
Well, I don't know, because there's a lot of so much talk about that. All that was not Eric Bieniemy all the time in Kansas City.
We'll find out,
So
man. We'll
that's
find
the
out.
thing. We're gonna find out now.
Yeah, especially now that you got the head coach is kind of defensive minded in Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron.
Mm-hmm.
So you
now
got
so we're gonna see what you really bring to the table, or was it Andy Reid?
all right. Now next we're gonna go look at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hmm.
Eagles depth chart. All right. And according to ESPN, Jalen Hurts is the third starter. Is a third string. Got Ian Book is the starter, and Marcus Mariota is the backup.
Right.
That sounds right?
Very right.
Yeah. Okay, you got Jalen Hurts, and then running back you have DeAndre Swift,
Which
Rashad
they just.
Penny. Yeah, they just acquired.
Mhm.
And then wide receivers are AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, aka the Slim Reaper, and Quez Wilkins. Let me ask you, Greg. Since we're on this topic, do you think what's going on, Iceman? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Do you think we got the right receiver instead of the right Alabama receiver?
I gotta wait to see after this year. Because what, they're both entering their third year?
Yeah, because they got drafted in the same class.
I'll tell you after this year.
I hope so, because they obviously that the same year they got their tight ends Dallas Goedert. We should have fucking got him instead of Gesicki. But yeah, you know what I mean.
I think y'all did get the right one because that man has acceleration like a motherfucker, bro.
Who's that?
Jalen Waddle. Waddle touches that ball. I've seen plays where the defender is right there, like literally, I got you. If it was any other receiver that catches that type of pass, they're getting taken down. And it's like he has this speed burst. His like a quick first step. As soon as he catches it, he's able to just accelerate so quick.
But
And
the
I
thing
think
about
that's what helps him.
the difference between the two is I think whatchamacallit has better hands. Slim Reaper has better hands. This guy, he jumps up in the air. He's like a body catcher. He needs to learn how to catch. If he catches just like if he has the same hands as Slim Reaper, I think Jane Waller is going to be a hell of a receiver in the future. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think some of that has to do with maybe the quarterback?
I mean, they played together for so long. You know what I mean?
I get it, but I mean,
I mean, it doesn't matter which quarterback he played with. You know what I mean? He same
right. But
results.
I'm just saying because I mean, I think the ball comes a little bit tighter in from Jalen Hurts, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When Tua, it's more airy type.
Yeah,
Where
but he had the same
Jalen
results
Waddle,
from whether it was Jacoby Brissett, whether it was Teddy Bridgewater, whether it was Skylar Thompson. No matter who at the quarterback, he's still catching this ball the same way. You know.
okay, yeah.
So, but I'm saying though, that's something that could be worked on if he applies himself. You know, that's something that the things that he's good at you can't coach. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So same question. Obviously, I'm gonna leave the quarterback out of this running back room. Who do you? If we get Dalvin Cook, I think is the only way. I think we will have a good, better running back room. But then again, this guy DeAndre Swift, they got rid of him not because he was a bad player, but because he can't. You know, his ability to stay healthy. You know.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, I mean, we'll see. They have obviously. I'm going to give them. They have the better O line than we do. And the wide receiver room, I'm going to give us a slight edge, but Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. I think after that, we have a deeper wide receiver room, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah,
now,
the rest of these dudes, who, okay, whatever.
yeah, Quez Watkins, and then, oh man, I can't even pronounce this one right here, so I'm not even gonna try. Devon Allen, Tyrell Cleveland, so all right, and then on the defense, the 3-4 base there: Brandon Graham, Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat. And then linebackers are Nicholas Morrow, Nakobe Dean, Hassan Reddick, and then the corners are James Bradbury, which Dolphins were hoping to land, but I guess then we ended up getting whatchamacallit anyway. Which the boy that came from Florida, your dude that came from Florida State, Jalen Ramsey, which was a better, in my opinion, a better upgrade. Terrell Edmonds, Sidney Brown, and then Darius Slay, which what's funny about that situation is that Darius Slay wanted to leave Detroit because of Matt Patricia, and now Matt Patricia took the role of Vic Fangio as defensive analyst. So I'm sure he's like, yeah, you know what? He's just an analyst. He has no control of the defense. So
yeah.
So, and then of course, and that's the Philadelphia. What about defense? What do you think the defense we have? Do you think we have the advantage? Defensive line. I think that I don't know about the linebackers, but I think the only thing we beat them in is secondary, in my opinion, and maybe coaching because now we have Vic Fangio as the coach.
Yeah, secondary definitely y'all got them. I don't know. He got let me see. I mean, this linebacker Morrow. Well, damn. Wait a minute. What is this? He had 116 last year. Was Nakobe Dean hurt or something?
I'm not sure, but here we go.
He only had like 9 tackles.
Yeah.
Well, 13 total.
Now that's the Philadelphia Eagles. Now let's look at the New York, which I'm going to be at that game, Giants. Have you ever been to a Giants game, Greg?
Nope.
Well, I mean, how many have you ever been to a Dolphins game?
Yeah, back in when I was in 7th grade, I went to DC.
Okay.
That's the only game I've been to.
How was that like?
It was great.
Oh, that's what's up. All right. All right, here we go. Without further ado. Quarterback, Daniel Jones. Running back, Saquon Barkley and Matt Breida. Wasn't Matt Breida a Dolphin at one time or no?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Matt Breida. That sounds so fucking familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he went to the Bills the following year.
Okay. Then wide receivers Isaiah Hodges, Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell, Darren Waller is their tight end. Andrew Thomas, Ben left guard Ben Brenson, center John Michael Smith, that's my name too. Mark Gronkowski and Evan Neal as their right tackle. So yeah, man. Obviously, the only thing I think they have advantage over us is maybe the running back room and the tight end. Other than that, what do you think?
I agree.
How about you, Greg?
I also agree.
Yeah. Okay, and then the Sean Robinson, Dexter Lawrence, defensive end. They're running a 3-4, and then Leonard Williams, linebacker is Kevon. Oh fuck me,
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Thibodeau. Thank you, Bobby. What's that one? Are you reading it too?
I'm reading it. Whatever. Okereke.
Yeah, Darren Bevers as the right linebacker, and then the right inside linebacker, and then you read this one, please, because yeah, you already knew I wasn't gonna read that one.
Aziz
Ojulari?
Aziz Ojulari. Wait.
Ojulari, yeah.
Ojulari.
Adoree Jackson, Jason Pinnock, Xavier McKinney, and then Dante Banks. Yeah, I said we got this. I mean, at least on paper, man.
Yeah. I think.
What's up, Banana? My man Raphael Courtright. What's going on, brother?
I think the best defensive guy is Kayvon Thibodeau, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, man. And he had one thing about the Giants is we're the Dolphins been firing coaches every 3 years, right? The Giants has been firing coaches every 2 years. They went through I think after they fired Coughlin, they went through McAdoo. After McAdoo, they had
Shermer.
Pat Shermer.
They had that clown Joe Judge. By the way, I love up here in New England.
Yep.
They're talking so much shit about Joe Judge. He's a clown, bro.
Damn.
Apparently, Joe Judge.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh. He was taken away by the Matrix.
Oh man.
And he was cooking too, man. Oh, there he is. What happened?
So apparently, like, Joe Judge was holding, like, usually there's, like, 4-hour player meetings. I guess he was going past the time. And then some player ratted him out because they don't like him up here in New England. They find him as a clown. They want him fired. And they ratted him out. And that's why the Patriots lost, like, a week of OTAs.
2 days. 2 days. They lost 2 days. So because he wanted to help. Damn. And they made him the quarterback's coach for some reason.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shit show up in New England this year.
One can only hope. One can only hope.
Love it.
You know. Oh man. Thank God your brother-in-law wasn't a Patriots fan, Joe.
Oh man. I mean, he would have had the time. Oh, he'd have been the biggest shit talker there is. Winning 7, just imagine it.
He's a Canes fan, so he talks shit about that. They haven't won shit in years.
True, but I'm saying what the Patriots had, the way they were winning, I can imagine him talking shit like all the time. We got 7 of them things, and remember
6.
6. And remember
Brady got 7.
And remember they went to the Super Bowl in the 90s as well, even though they lost. So they went. And he would have
Dallas
loved that too.
Cowboys depth chart. Your team.
Oh
All right.
man.
First and foremost, you know what, and I'm gonna let you read the depth chart because you do better, way better than I do anyway. So, but I'm watching just in case. I'm watching everybody. All right. First and foremost, all right. We'll do it this way. All right, because I'll do it this way. All right. First and foremost, what do you think of Dak Prescott?
I think Dak is just very average. He's a guy that can win games for you, but when it comes to the big leagues, you know, that postseason, if they're there, it's over for them. And it seems like it doesn't even matter who the competition is. It's like he's just a regular season dude that can just win you games, but he can't get you over the hump.
For sure. And okay, so now we have that out the way. We got Cooper Rush and Will Greer. Who do you think is going to have? Is going to get the second? Will Greer used to be a Gator, and then he got
Didn't he go to West Virginia too?
Yeah, he got busted for PEDs and then transferred.
Yeah,
like a little biznatch.
Yeah.
That Will Greer did in college was that game against Texas. That game was fun.
Yeah. I mean, he was, dude. We were. I think the Gators that year were in a good direction, and then the dumbass got busted for PEDs, and then that's where everything went downhill. That's when we had a dude from Central, Harris, came in, and I had so much hope for that guy. He's stuck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Was it Brandon Harris?
Yeah. He's number 3. So at any rate, we have you guys got rid of Zeke Elliott. You know where he's went?
Nowhere yet. Still just sitting there.
Were you happy with the move?
I was like in between because I feel like who's going to be the power back now? Like you got rid of him, and now what? I mean, I keep telling people that yes, Pollard has a lot of success because he's smaller and quicker, and he's able to hit the hole faster than Zeke can. So that's the success. That's how he gained that success. But now, when you have them 3rd and 1s, and when you have those 3rd and 1s and stuff like that, you're gonna and they stack the box. You're gonna really give it to them.
Hey, by the way, Lewis, if you want to jump on, man, there's I know you're probably working, but if you do decide to jump on, there is a I sent the link in the group chat if you want to come on real quick. I'm gonna drop the link soon, but yeah, go ahead. What are you saying?
I was saying that they need to sit up there. If you're in 3rd and 1 and you're in those situations, are you gonna get the ball to Pollard? Like Pollard's not an every down back.
Yeah, we kind of have the same situation if you think about it, right, Greg?
Yeah.
You have a. I think unless you're thinking that who's our fullback is going to be our power back,
Ingold.
which they haven't done. Ingold, yeah, which they haven't. I think they've given it to Ingold a couple of times and it was successful. But
yeah, I think we just need to find a power back. If it's not going to be, because there's also talk that they may bring Zeke back. I'm like, I wouldn't come back. What you let me go for?
I guess for the money, right? Probably.
Whatever the case may be, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Y'all paid me this money. I'm here to honor my contract. So y'all should have listened to yourselves in the beginning. Y'all said Jerry did say a long time ago, you can find value in a running back later on. You don't always have to pay a running back. And that's true. Didn't Kansas City just use a dude from the 7th round?
Yeah.
Very successful. See what I'm saying? You don't have to really pay running backs.
That's what this man, my man Lewis here, he's been preaching that for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Now you put yourself in a shithole because then you took your time to pay Dak.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? Because you didn't have the money because you gave it a damn Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
So because you felt like that you dug into, you just start listening to the noise. And when people every time somebody's contract is up and they have a decent year or whatever, like we heard all the noise about Dak Prescott, about how he deserves the contract. And like I just said, he's just good for games. You know, that's it. You want to win and you want to sit up there and say you have a quarterback. I mean, what Dak is doing for you, you can almost do it almost a lot of these quarterbacks in the league now. Dak is just the highest paid mediocre quarterback, basically. You know, so.
And this is from a Cowboys fan. So let me, all right, here we go. Tony Pollard, Malik Davis, Ronald Jones, and then Deuce Van Gogh or Van Vaughn or whatever. Deuce Vaughn, yeah. All right, how would you rank this running back room in your opinion?
Ronald Jones, ain't that the guy from Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Deuce Vaughn is a rookie.
Right. Well, and I think Malik Davis is just going to have to sit up here and prove his point because, you know, I think he was like a 3rd or 4th guy anyway before. So he's going to have to sit up here and try to find his way right now, even though they have a 2nd up here. But I think the 2nd guy is going to possibly be ending up Ronald Jones if he's not one of those guys that probably get cut during the preseason. Because, you know, they'll cut the veteran guy anyway before anything. Yeah. So, but if you do keep Ronald Jones, I think Malik Davis will be the one that's going to be the guy looking for a new job if he don't show anything.
Interesting. You guys, I noticed you guys got Antonio Callaway. I think he was a Gator, a former Gator, you know. But he's like way down in the depth chart.
Well, you know, a lot of these guys gonna find their way out pretty soon. Like,
he's gonna be an XFL All-Star.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs to go to Florida.
This is the year Michael Gallup. Team. This is the year Michael Gallup is gonna have to show us something.
CD, hold on, let me get that now. Then CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup. Is there any outside of them? Do you think, looking at the depth, are you looking at the depth chart? Do you see anybody in your behind them, the 2nd and 3rd string, like that should be above those guys, or do you think that's where they should be?
I think this is where it should be. I think Dallas just picks up a bunch of dudes that just bring speed to the table right now and just hope that none of these dudes get hurt. But Dallas always looking for a superstar type wide receiver. They don't really let these younger dudes shine. The only time, if you think about it, look at how what's the guy Miles Austin. We never would have got the chance to see Miles Austin if somebody didn't get hurt that year for the Cowboys. So it's like because the Cowboys always try to go top heavy with wide receivers. They always try to find those big time people and make them bigger than what they are. Like they drafted Dez Bryant and they tried to make him the big time star and whatever, you know. So, but they always sit up there and they always try to go big time with this position. And they're still searching for it. They don't know who it is right now. That's why they brought in Brandon Cooks and whatever. So they're trying to find their guy. And I think this is the year where Michael Gallup is going to have to show us. I still don't think CeeDee Lamb is a number 1 anyway. No, I don't. I think he's a good number 2, but I don't think he's a number 1.
All right. So here we go. I think good and Tendo not going to make the. I could see that. I think Aubrey Miller, man. Aubrey Miller is the guy that I have is I don't know, maybe because he was coached by Prime, and look, at the end of the day, we know what type of coaching Prime is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he is going to he's going to play with a chip on the shoulder, because I think he didn't go to, he was supposed to go to Alabama, but he went with Prime instead. I think he has talent, because if Alabama was interested in you, that means you have some kind of pedigree to you. You know what I mean? But they didn't draft him because he went to an HBCU.
Prime time.
We'll see how that goes. You know what I mean? And then, of course, your tackles, your offensive line is Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith. You got a lot of Smiths there. Tyler.
A lot of Look at it. Tyler Smith. We got a bunch. Oh man,
Zach Martin, which I think we were hoping to get, but and then Terrence Steele.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of the O-line? Is it getting better, or is it regressing?
Oh man, I think it's just falling apart right now. They're trying, and I mean, the whole plan is to go less passing now and go more running. So let's see how this helps them, because all that pass blocking stuff and getting pushed on their ass every damn play, it's gonna cause you a lot of injuries. So
I agree with you 100%.
If I may here, I think
Yes.
it's time for Jerry Jones to start looking for new offensive linemen, because every time I look at the Cowboys, I always see Zach Martin hurt, Tyron Smith hurt. Like, those two guys always get hurt.
All the time. These dudes are wearing leg braces on their arms, bro.
I mean, they're good guys. They're good players. They just can't stay healthy.
Can't stay healthy. That's it. It's about availability. And you're not available. You're just standing out there modeling cowboy gear on the sideline.
So let me ask you, all right, being that you're a Cowboys fan, where do you give the edge to Miami? Where do you give the edge to to your guys?
Well, y'all definitely got wide receivers. I will say that much.
Running back room? What about the running back room?
Who's y'all running back again?
We have Raheem Mostert. We have Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Salvan Ahmed, Myles Gaskin, and the A-Chain, which we drafted. He runs faster than Reggie Bush coming out of college. So
I don't know. I probably have to give it to y'all, because I keep saying that I have to see what this Malik Davis guy is going to bring to the table. I'm not worried about Ronald Jones nor Deuce Vaughn. You know, Deuce Vaughn has a lot of improvement to do anyway. I mean, you know, he's young, so Malik Davis, sure. You're in the, you know, I don't know what year you're in right now. Maybe let me see. It doesn't say. He's from Florida. And he had 38 carries, 161 yards. His longest was 23.
Well, anyway, being that you kept it 100 with Dak Prescott, you're saying he's an overpaid, mediocre quarterback. All right, let's hurt some feelings today. We're gonna need before we do, we're gonna need to break out this form. So if anybody gets offended, please email me. We'll send you the form, and then within 2 or 3 business days, within 5 business days, you will receive coming soon barbecue and honey mustard. All right, what is your honest opinion? Because you watch Dolphin games, because you are from the Miami area, so you're definitely going to watch Dolphin games. What would you say is your honest assessment of Tua Tagovailoa?
I mean, I feel like this. If he didn't have the receivers he has, I don't think Tua would be who he is. But I also think the Dolphins could be better if they had a better quarterback.
Yeah.
Mhm. So it's like it helps each other,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like Tua. I feel like Tua's success comes a lot from the guys he has.
What about before when they were winning?
Well, before those guys, that I think that was just Brian Flores having him, whatever, and then letting him learn also by taking him out in certain
Mm-hmm.
games and whatever, where a lot of people was still trying to figure out what was that about. I'm like, I'm literally hearing the man say, just because I took him out does not mean he's not my, you know, doesn't mean he's not my quarterback. I've heard him say this, like, yeah, he's old. This is his guy. It's just that, this guy has a future. Like, basically, he's getting beat up out there. I'm not gonna sit up there and keep letting him get. And then a lot of that before, look, think how much harder it was. How good was that offensive line?
Yeah. By the way, I'm about to get bring somebody up. He's one of the reasons why I do so well on the Finn's Tailgate, man. This is my Cuban brother, Louis. It's an honor and a privilege to have you with my other brother, Joe, on the panel. What's going on, Louis? Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, Shake, Greg? Nice to meet you, Joe. Hope
Same to
everybody's
you,
doing
bro.
good, man.
Yeah, same to you.
It's been a great conversation so far, man. You guys have been killing it, getting me through the day, man. So I appreciate the conversation for sure.
No problem, shit. I appreciate you listening.
Mm-hmm.
But you heard what he's what do you think of his assessment on Tua?
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's always good to hear from an outside perspective, and I think Joe's been pretty much spot on. I think that,
And he watches the
Tua,
game because he's from Miami. He lives in Miami, so he has no choice but to watch the games.
absolutely, yeah. I think that we've had conversations, Shake. I think Tua's first 2 years, he was definitely underwhelming. Being the 5th overall pick, we seen some good things last year, but obviously, to Joe's point, like the weapons do help. Tyreek, adding a guy like Tyreek Hill, having Waddle, those guys help to us. So I think Joe's been spot on with his assessment so far. Hopefully Tua keeps progressing. I think as Dolphin fans, that's what we all would want, is just Tua to keep progressing and getting better. So.
Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, he's the guy. He's kind of aligned with you because two things you've been always saying, that he's a Cowboys fan, and he said that Dak is an overpaid, mediocre quarterback, and two, he doesn't believe in paying big dollars for running backs. Who does that sound like?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I was listening to him, and I thought I was listening to myself. It's like, like, I agree. You look at Dak Prescott when he hit the league, right? He always puts up good numbers. He had a great offensive line. He had Zeke kind of carry the show. And now, you've seen some of the decline, some of the offensive linemen going down, some of the weapons like Amari Cooper leaving. And, to Joe's point again, you kind of see Dak Prescott kind of taking a step back. So I think quarterbacks like Tua, quarterbacks like Dak, not saying that they're not good quarterbacks, I would just say that they are more dependent on the people around them than a guy like a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen type, in my opinion, that can do more things. You know what I'm saying? They have more attributes than a guy like Dak and Tua. So it just is what it is, man. I think you can win with Tua. I think you can win with Dak, but I think those guys need to be, I won't say carried, but they just need a lot of things around them for them to kind of succeed.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, where's Raphael Cartwright? 3 years of injury and fourth not going to be a charm. Tua love. Hey, listen, don't make me fill out my own form. But anyway, so all right, offensive line. Who do you give the edge to? Miami or that's why. Actually, let me get to the court because what I brought up to is who do you think has the better edge in quarterback, Miami or Dallas?
Me?
Yeah.
The quarterback is Miami or Dallas. Oh man. Um. Again, it's going to come down to wide receiver play for both teams. I don't think Dallas has that number one in CeeDee Lamb. I didn't. I mean, I didn't. Losing Amari Cooper kind of hurt the team, but I didn't kind of care. I wanted him gone anyway. But I didn't think that CeeDee Lamb was not going to be able to produce like that. And he's shown that to me, he can't be that guy. I think they need a number one. Like I said earlier, I think that's why they brought Brandon Cooks there. They're going to play around with that. Michael Gallup needs to show something. So, and I think that could be the downfall on Dak right there because of the wide receiver play. And like I said, the wide receiver play that goes on in Miami helps Tua. It elevates him.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'd have to give that to Tua.
And and then running backs, okay, wide receivers, and then offensive line. I think you guys have the offensive line if healthy, right?
If healthy, yes. I believe we do have that, but these guys come already in banged up and they got knee braces on, arm braces, back braces. They wearing everything. Look, they walk like RoboCop coming to the stadium and stuff.
All right. Let's get into defense real quick. You got your defensive ends. This is a 4-3. DeMarcus Lawrence, Mozzie Smith. Can you please pronounce this one?
Osa. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna call him Osa O.
And then Micah Parsons. All right, that's that. What do you think about? Is there anybody in your second and third string that do you think that's a good? Do you think anybody should be in there, or that's who the starter should be?
Out of the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody's good. I think everybody's good. Yeah, I think everybody's straight. Because a lot of these other guys, we just, a lot of these do practice squad and stuff like that.
Okay, we have Jabril Cox, overshown, which I think he's a rookie, right? Stephon, and then
Stephon Gilmore, what they
Leighton Van Deester, Van Ash, Leighton Van Resch. That's what I meant. Is Jabril Cox and Demir Overshown, I think, and then of course you have Stephon Gilmore, Jaron Curse, Devon Wilson, and then Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, I think linebacker part, I'm not sure, but that secondary.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think? He says Lamb, wide receiver 2, 3, or 4. Just asking. What do you think? Where do you think Lamb should be?
2 at best. Yeah, 2. I think he's number 2.
Okay, so all right, same question. Defensive line. Line. What do you give the edge to?
If they playing Michael Parsons down there alongside with DeMarcus Lawrence, I have to give it to us.
Okay, about linebackers.
Linebackers, I'm not too fond of this Leighton Vander Esch anymore. Ever since he got that neck injury, he ain't really been the same. He has his spurts here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of remind me of an aged Zach Thomas right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really feeling him. This Jabril Cox guy, he's pretty straight. And we're going to have to see what this Overshown guy gonna do. And I think because of that, I think I'm going to have to give it to y'all.
And then, of course, the secondary.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, with y'all adding Jalen, well, you know who y'all added.
Jalen Ramsey.
But I don't know, man. I like us, man. Trayvon Diggs. Even though have a problem with him because he just too.
You sound like you're in the matrix. Hold on, you sound like something wrong with the microphone, bro. Just putting that out there.
Oh, for real. Still?
Yeah. It sound like you're a robot.
Oh man.
Oh, there you go. You good now?
Okay. But yeah, I was saying I don't know about that secondary because you guys got Jalen Ramsey, but we also got Trayvon Diggs. The only thing, and they both proved to have been not so much lockdown corners anyway, because they both been getting beat these past
Damn,
couple of years.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. What's
I said
going
they
on,
both,
G? What's going on? That's my man, G. What's going on? What happened?
I said they both been getting beat these past couple of years. So, and no, I'm gonna give the secondary to us. We just gonna have to argue about that one because I think because the reason why Jalen Ramsey, even though he's coming from a different system and going to a different system and whatever, but Jalen Ramsey been getting beat just by getting beat, and Trayvon Diggs just get beat because he tries to jump a route. So it's kind of a difference there. Like he's just being aggressive, and Jalen Ramsey at times the past couple of years, man, hopefully he fixes that this year. But past couple of years, he just be too busy stuck watching the quarterback and not watching where his man is at, and it's too late by the time he sees it. He done got burnt already. It's not like he got that pickup speed anyway. So that's another thing that right there with him. He don't bring that to the table like that. So he got to keep his eyes always locked in. And Trayvon Diggs, he just jumps a lot of shit, and that's why he gets beat. That's why I always say they need to move into safety. Let him have fun back there.
All right, let's put it to any of the Dolphin fans. You guys have any where do you guys give the edge to, Miami or Dallas? Anybody want to answer? Greg or Lewis?
Yeah, Lawrence and Michael Parsons on the D line, depending where they play Parsons. I would say those two players are probably better than anything Miami has in their defensive front. But when I look at just the defense, like in a whole, let's take the D line and the linebackers. Let's just call it the front seven, right? I think Miami has the edge because just the depth wise, you see what I'm saying? Like Bradley Chubb, hopefully he takes another step. Phillips coming off the edge on the other side, hopefully he takes the next step. That's why I would just say with Parsons and Lawrence, those are two more like proven players. I think they're better players, but just from a depth perspective, I think Miami has the better defense with more depth, just like the secondary. I kind of agree with Joe again. Like Ramsey and Trayvon Diggs, you could say that's a push. Xavier Howard and Stephon Gilmore, you could say that's a push. But then when I look at the depth of Dallas and I look at what Miami has depth-wise behind those two, I would say Miami's players, from a depth perspective, their 3, 4s, and 5s are better than Dallas's 3, 4, and 5s. So there's certain players I like in Dallas. Like I said, Michael Parsons, I think, is the best defensive player on both squads. I don't think that's a question. And then I think Lawrence would probably be the second best player if we're just going player per player. But if you're doing in total what the defense brings with starters depth-wise and stuff, I would probably say I give Miami the edge over Dallas just from a depth perspective.
So, and overall, what do you think? Where do you see Dallas this year? Do you think they win the division this year, or another Philadelphia again? You think Philly might go to Philly again?
Oh man, I think it's going to be a dogfight in that division. I think what you've seen from the Giants last year, I think that was a one-hit wonder. I'm really not a big believer in Daniel Jones.
Yeah, especially after they gave him the bag.
Right. So I think they might take a step back. I can see Washington maybe being a little bit better. I think in that division, it's obviously Dallas and Philadelphia. And if I had to choose today, I would probably say Philly has the edge
Mm-hmm.
just because of the same things I mentioned. You look at that roster top to bottom, they're loaded.
Yeah.
So, and I would love to see what Joe kind of, because, again, I think losing Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator in Dallas, I know Mike McCarthy's supposedly going to be calling the plays and stuff. So, I want to see what that kind of looks like. But,
Mm-hmm.
as of today, Shake, I would probably have Philly 1, Dallas 2, and then Washington and the Giants somewhere 3 and 4, however wherever you want to put those guys. But I think in the division, it's a 2-man race between Dallas and Philadelphia.
What say you, Joe?
Yes, I agree. It's a 2-man race. Washington and the Giants, whatever, they're gonna have to prove it and show us. Um, yeah, Philly is better in a lot of other spots. I mean, it starts with the quarterback. And if I just said that Dak is who Dak is, I mean, we seen what Jalen Hurts already did already. So, and
What's your honest assessment on him? Yeah, if I may ask you.
I think because we got about 2 years of him almost, and that first year was whatever, and then all of a sudden he gets AJ Brown and then Devontae Smith, and now all of a sudden, and then his ability to run the ball. You notice the Tennessee GM was fired after Philly whooped their ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because he traded AJ Brown away to Philly. So yeah, you messed up right there, bro. You gave this dude a weapon, and then they drafted a weapon. Then they got tight end play, and like they're just, and then let's not forget the offensive line. Also, it starts there too. That's where
For sure.
it really starts. It always starts with the offensive line. Because I don't care how good your quarterback is. Without the offensive line, your quarterback is a nobody. So for them to sit up there in them short yardage plays and go into that rugby type style and be able to just be successful almost every time,
Mm-hmm.
and they ain't break no rules. Come on, man. That tells you something about them boys right there up front.
Apparently, delusional Patriots fan, which is he's one of the coolest Patriots fans you'll see there. He says he agrees with you on the Ramsey assessment.
Yes, Ramsey always getting beat, man, because he's too busy watching the quarterback. Because he wants the interceptor so bad and whatever. But you got to understand, man. You got somebody to go follow. You got to understand the ball always beats man, no matter what. And Ramsey already he ain't no 4-2 guy, so I don't know what you're standing around looking for. But go run with that dude. Just go run. Everything he's trying to play zone everything, and you got to come on, man. Go run with these people. Being lazy, thinking
sure.
everything is gonna come to him. It's not gonna work like that. You try to cheat off. You doing too much cheating off and getting beat. Everybody knows that game already now. You'll be like, hey, when he starts doing that, just go deep and just run full speed. He ain't gonna be able to catch up.
And you think are you glad that the Giants gave him that Daniel Jones that big contract?
Am I glad?
Mm-hmm.
I
As
mean,
a Cowboys fan.
if he's gonna keep being the Daniel Jones I've seen him to be, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pay him another one. Give him another extension in a couple of years too. And hopefully he keep playing this way he playing. Let him be that. Especially when he's out in the open field and he likes to trip over nothing. Just like what happened, bro? Like the nigga got too excited, bro. He got too excited. He had a that was his American Pie moment.
Yeah. No.
It happened before he fell before he scored.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, Joe, let me ask you a question, Joe, because we were having this debate last night on the Philly tailgate. With DeAndre Hopkins getting released yesterday and being available, and hearing what you were saying earlier about CD, in your opinion, you think he's a number 2, trying to work himself up into a number 1 receiver. We know you brought in Brandon Cooks this year. Michael Gallup, obviously, coming back from injury. In your opinion, being a Dallas fan, do you think DeAndre Hopkins would be a move Dallas would be looking into, trying to make D-Hop your number 1 and sliding CD back to the number 2?
I mean, I don't know if they would do it, but if it was me, I'd do it. I would do it. I mean, yes, if I'd go after D-Hop, but I also heard his demands and what he was looking for and what kind of team he was looking to go to, and Dallas don't fit that. So would he come to us? I would love it, but I don't think he would. But yeah, if that's the case, I'd sit up there and move Michael Gallup, and it'll be D-Hop, CD, and Cooks will be my guys on the field.
All right, let me ask you this question: do you think he'll be a fit in the Miami Dolphins with the talent that they have?
I put D-Hop at slot.
Mm-hmm.
And hell yeah.
But let me put it this way: if you had being that Miami receiving room, if you had a chance to get either Dalvin Cook or D-Hop, who would you prefer? And for either scenarios,
I'd get Cook. I'd get the running back before, because it's like you're just gonna sit up there and just how much more you gonna put into the wide receivers and whatever. I mean, I get it, it's a pass first leagues and all that, but the playoffs are different. It's cold and all that other good stuff. Everybody can't throw the ball, and we talking about Tua as the quarterback. So I'd get Cook. Sometimes you got to take the pressure off of them and just run that ball. And it doesn't even have to be the cold part. You never know what kind of situation you're gonna be in. It might be raining, bad rain too, like no thunderstorm, but just heavy rain, and they just letting y'all go out there play like kids back in the days in the mud and stuff like that. You're not gonna be trying to throw the ball too much. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to run that ball. So I'd try to go with a running back before I try to go. Really top heavy with the wide receiver part. Because I mean, if you go that route, then you really just telling everybody we just gonna air it out, like we don't care. But I think you gotta have some type of balance, because all that is good for regular season and stuff like that. We saw what the New England Patriots did that year when they went undefeated, and what happened in the Super Bowl. Everything got slowed down. All that fast up and down field shit they like to do, all of that got slowed down. And if you keep it close, that's all the Giants needed, just to keep it close, and they knew they had a chance. And that's what happened with it. So
for sure, bro.
Gotta be able to run the ball sometime.
What do you think about being that you're an outside perspective, right? Like I say, because you're a Lakers fan as well. You're if I'm not mistaken, you're a Lakers fan, Cowboys fan, and a Florida State fan. So outside in, do you think Boston has a chance to win the series, or do you think the Heat's going to close it out?
If Miami does not sit up, I keep saying this, Miami needs a score. To stop all this Jimmy Butler shit. Stop it. Jimmy has his moments. Jimmy plays hard and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, we fail to realize Jimmy Butler is a defender. first. He's becoming offensive and all this as his career goes on, but he's a defender. And they need another scorer. And they're not getting it out of Bam. I know they're injured and all that with the Tyler Heroes and the Victor Oladipos and all that, but I mean, I don't think those are it. They need a legitimate good another scorer right there and whatever. But if they Miami needs to stop just two other guys. Don't worry about Jason Tatum and uh Brown, Jalen Brown. Because where Miami lost that was they let Devin White get like 20 some points. Devin White, come on, bro. Then they let, of all people, a defender, Marcus Smart, the guy who won Defensive Player of the Year last year, put up numbers. That's a no-no. That is what you don't do. You don't let those two guys do that. If Miami could stop that from happening, Miami will close it out.
All right, and why do you think the Lakers got swept by Denver?
Jokic. Nikola Jokic, man. That's it. I mean, there's nothing else to it. I don't want to hear nothing about LeBron and his foot injury and Anthony Davis and what he did not do. And we ain't going to talk about that damn D'Angelo Russell and what the hell, we don't even know what you came back to LA for. Because, your best game was your first day back. Other than that, you ain't did nothing else the rest of the year. And so, but it was Jokic. And let's be honest, the Lakers would have been eliminated first round had they not won the play-in game because they could have been number 8. So they just ended up being number 7 and just happened to get by Memphis, who was, they had all other type of things going on with themselves. And then Golden State, that whole they couldn't get it together. Klay Thompson still couldn't, he had his up and down moments. He can't find himself, since he had his injuries and whatever. So the Lakers was able to take care of that. But then, of course, you just went up against the number 1 team in the West. So
for sure.
I mean, if anybody thought the Lakers was going to win, I didn't think the Lakers was going to win, and I'm a fan. So I didn't think we were going to beat them. Now, if they would have beat them, good for us, but I didn't think it was going to happen. I mean, I saw what Nikola Jokic can do. He's a 2-time MVP for a reason. The man's out here shooting threes. He's taking you to the paint. He plays defense. What isn't he doing? Like, he does it all. He's like a cheat code or something.
So you think whoever wins the Boston game is going to lose to the Denver, regardless?
Huh?
Whoever comes out of the East is going to end up losing to Denver anyway.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. I just think neither Boston or Miami have an answer for Jokic. It's like what's impressive about the Joker, and I'm gonna be honest, even off rebounds, they look for him. He brings the ball up. He's the one that sets up the offense. The offense runs through him, and we've had in the NBA. There's been some good passing big men, but he just sees the floor so well. He's probably in my opinion, one of the best big man passers I've ever seen. And again, there's just no answer from him. And see, people when they watch basketball, they love all the speed and they love people that can jump out of the gym and stuff. And when you look at Joker, he can't do none of those things. He's not the fastest. He's not jumping out the gym, but he's just fundamentally sound in everything he does. And it doesn't look pretty. It's boring. But when you look up at the end of the game, you're seeing stat lines of 28 points, 14 rebounds, 12 assists. You see what I'm saying? It's just to Joe's point again, there's nothing that man can't do. And when I look at Boston and Miami, they just don't have an answer for that. You know, there's nobody on Miami that's going to be able to stop Joker, and nobody on Boston that's going to be able to stop him. He's going to be able to get whatever he wants. And in Denver, to Joe's point, I really like something that Joe said. When you play Denver, if it was me, I would probably I would play Joker one-on-one, even if Joker gets 40, 50 a night. I don't really care. The problem is when you let Joker get 28 to 30, and then Jamal Murray's getting you another 28 to 30. Michael Porter Jr. is adding 18 to 20. Caldwell Pope is giving you 15 to 18. That's when you get beat. But if you let Joker just go off and get 40, 50, but you kind of control the other guys, then you'll have a chance. So that's the only way I see somebody beating my Denver.
Let me welcome my next. We got another one in the building. This morning he was petting dolphins. So I just want to know before you come up, was it Tua or was it Skylar Thompson that you get to pet this morning? What's up, fella?
What's up, man? Actually, I'm up here at Marineland in St. Augustine, and I was actually here to scout players for our team. And yeah, I don't have any good news to report. All they want to do is play around and eat fish all day.
Damn. Sounds like Christian Wilkins.
No, but the dolphin I got to meet was his name was Miramar, ironically.
Damn.
But yeah, and he knew I was a Dolphin fan.
That's what's up. Oh man.
And they actually do have like a light, very light tint of aquamarine on their belly. It's really cool.
That's my man Greg right there. So how you been though? How was your day so far? How's your Memorial Weekend? How's everybody's Memorial Weekend going?
Pretty cool, but it's cold and it was cold and rainy up here most of the night and most of the day today, but it's starting to clear up finally.
I sadly have to work all weekend. Yay!
Damn.
I got a 3-day weekend, so I can't complain. Tomorrow I'm gonna be going to the scouting the place for Dalfreaky's beach bash.
Okay.
It's gonna be in Fort Myers. It's gonna be exciting, man. To be honest with you. Oh man.
So what y'all got going on today? What are we talking about?
We were just assessing the because the guy Joe. He's my best friend. We grew up together.
Right on.
And he grew up a Cowboys fan. So I decided to do a deep dive on the NFC East, and who better to do a deep dive with than a Cowboy fan? Who got the edge on? We were talking about who has the edge, Dolphins and certain positions. You know what I mean? So because he watches the Dolphins play as well because he's from Miami. So it's like somebody those are the default games that you're from Miami. That's what the games you're kind of chosen to watch. So what do you think, Color? In the NFC East, who do you see us beating and who do you see us losing to?
I think our toughest matchup will probably be Dallas because we don't play them very often. I'm not really concerned too much about the Eagles. I think we match up well with them, which was proven out in preseason last year. I know they didn't play their quarterback. I get it, but everywhere else up and down the roster, we seem to match up well with them. Washington, they're always a danger to be a surging team, but I don't know. I say we probably drop one maybe to Dallas, but possibly not.
I'm going to be honest. Washington's going to tank this year. They're going to tank for Caleb Williams.
Is Caleb Williams that good?
I don't know.
Well, Dallas has to start thinking about throwing Dak under the bus here pretty soon too. So you never know what's going to happen with them this year.
Bye, Dak.
Well,
not that he's a bad quarterback, but he's the type of guy where it's like they're just telling people they believe in him, and they really don't.
Yeah,
They're just waiting.
listen,
They're waiting to exhale. You know what I mean?
listen. I've been saying it already over here. I mean, what I said, Ant, he's the highest paid mediocre quarterback.
yeah.
That's exactly what he is. He's just a guy that could win you games, but he can't win the big ones. That's all. I think his record is like what, 61-36 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, he could win you games, but when it comes to that postseason, if you're good enough to be in it, like, what are you doing? I mean,
Well, let me ask you this. As far as the Jets are concerned, what do you think that the acquiring Aaron Rodgers gave the Jets an edge?
I mean, it's not just Aaron Rodgers. Let's also put in what he brought with him. They also added so much more to the offense besides just Aaron Rodgers. So that also helps. But without adding them extra pieces and just only Aaron Rodgers, I don't think so. But I think because he brought in people that he's familiar with also, it helps a whole lot than him just being over there by himself.
But you do like a lot of course the Jet fans think this, but I think the Jets think that they're gonna do a reoccurring of Tom Brady when Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers. All of a sudden, they're Super Bowl contenders.
I mean, didn't Denver think that way kind of when they got Russell Wilson?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Let's ride.
So anything could happen, right? So, and Aaron Rodgers is a way much older guy, and you're going to a tougher division. You know that I don't know that division. You go into a tougher division, so I think it's just it's not going to be easy for him. And then you got to play mind games against Belichick twice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think we'll see. I mean, he's gonna have to show us, and
right. And being that the you're the outside from an outsider's perspective. All right. Rank the division, the teams. Do you think from best to worst to best in the AFC East? From your perspective.
My perspective, I would say Buffalo, Miami, Jets, New England.
That's from best to worst?
Yes.
So you think Buffalo is still better than Miami?
Quarterback play.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Okay. What about defense?
Defense, I mean, Miami has a better defense to me, but it also to me would be what Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey, what he gonna be? Is he gonna be staying with what he's supposed to do, or is he gonna just get caught getting falling asleep sometime? And when you're playing teams like that, like you got a Stephon Diggs, and the thing is, Julius, he kind of remind me of like a Julius Randle without all the hot headedness so much. It's like he wants to match up against that competition. He wants it. But then when he loses, it's he's out of it. He's out. He's not locked in anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, to me, you could easily take him out of his game. And if you just sitting, if you're playing against teams like Buffalo, and you have this Stephon Diggs, and you matched up on him, and if he gets the best of you, you're gonna see him check out early. But if he's in it and he's locking him down, that's the Jalen Ramsey you're gonna want right there.
For sure.
Especially when he's doing his thing and talking shit. Don't talk shit and then get beat.
What's good, Jose M? Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. No, the thing about Ramsey, I think he's gonna be better this year than next year is because number one, I think he's gonna have a better because outside of Aaron Donald, and they brought back the guy from they brought that guy from Seattle thinking he was gonna be a difference maker, but he really wasn't. You know what I'm talking about? The linebacker from Wagner, that's what it was.
Bobby Wagner. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So, I think with another thing I like with Vic Fangio is going to probably put him at safety sometimes. So at the end of the day, I think he's going to have a better pass rush than he did in LA his last year. And not to mention, I think it's going to be. See, the thing about what I noticed about that's one thing I liked about Flores when he was here, and I think Fangio is going to do the same thing. It's not about when certain defense they'll put you on your the wide receiver number one versus putting him on the best matchup, regardless if he whatever his status is as a wide receiver. Big Fangio, even if he's a number three, if let's say for instance you have number one cornerback, but he matches better with and your number three cornerback matches against your better one receiver, it's gonna be a matchups game instead of trying to put status against status. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's gonna happen in Miami. He's gonna. I think it's gonna be more of a matchup. If Xavier Howard matches better against the number one, he's gonna go against the number one. But if he matches better against the number two, he's gonna go against the number two. So I think we're gonna have an interchangeable that way. I think that's what's gonna help Jalen Ramsey, in my opinion. What do you think, Lewis, or anybody?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I think the AFC East, and this is not me having my homer hat on. I just think it's Miami's time to take the division. I think we're probably not going to get any better than this. And I'm just encouraged, like looking at last year, the 3 games we played against Buffalo, and Color can attest, we were both in the building for week 3. That's a win. I know Josh Allen skipped the ball. Hey, whatever it is, we ended up winning. We played well enough to win that game, obviously. The second appearance in Buffalo, December, Tua, whether you like him or not, he gave us a chance to win. We only lost that by 3. And then in the playoff game with Skylar Thompson, which, in my opinion, he played well enough to get the victory there as well. Some drops didn't help him. I just think Buffalo is, in my opinion, they're too dependent on Josh Allen. And I don't think they've built enough around him. Listen, Josh Allen is great. He's the best quarterback in that division, and it's not even close. But if I'm just going to say that, I don't think a quarterback can just beat you. I think a quarterback can beat, if this was the 2019 Miami Dolphins, yeah, Josh Allen can beat a team like that. But this is the 2023 Miami Dolphins, and I just think with everything that we have, and again, it's on paper, but I don't think one man can beat you. And, I've been saying it, Shake, and this is just my opinion. I could be wrong. But just roster-wise, top to bottom, when I look at it, there's not a better roster in our division than Miami. Now, it has to come together. McDaniel has to keep progressing. Fangio has to get this defense to where, I would say top 12 to top 10 range. If we're anywhere close to that, and Miami, even a step back, I think we finished 6th offensively last year. And I know the points I would like to see us score more. But I'm under the mindset, Shake, that if Miami, let's say, is a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, I think we're winning a lot a lot of games this season. I don't see a team beating us like that. I say we would be probably 12-5. That's my prediction, and I think that's more than enough to get the division. I think Buffalo takes a step back. If I had to say it, I would have Miami 1, Jets 2, Buffalo 3, New England 4. That's how I see the division going.
By the way, before I get to a point, I'd like to welcome my brother, Crazy Dolphin. Go ahead, Louis. I'm sorry.
Oh no. That's basically it. Again, Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the division, hands down. I'm not going to sit up here and say that Tua is better than Josh Allen. I'm not even going to say that Tua is better than Aaron Rodgers, because I know that will cause an uproar. So I'm not even going to say that. I'm leaning more on a team-based, and from a team perspective, I just think we're a better team than all the other teams in the division.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna bring up 2 points real quickly, and then I'm gonna give the floor to my man, Mr. Polk. The Wolfpack member, baby. But no, number one, I've said this multiple times. When the Bills unfortunately were beating us in the 90s, it wasn't because they had the most talented quarterback. Fuck no, we had the most talented quarterback and the most talented coach.
Agreed.
And you seen what happened. And secondly, being that Joe was a Cowboys fan, they won 3 Super Bowls. You think Aikman was the most talented, a top 5 quarterback at that time in the NFL? I could name about 6, 7 quarterbacks. They were a lot more talented than Troy Aikman at the time they won those 3 Super Bowls. So at the end of the day, I must say it till I'm blue in the face. An elite team is always going to be elite quarterback. I mean, quarterback does help. You need to have a good one. You can't just have some Joe Schmo throwing the rock. But you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, man, it's that's why they call it a team game. But go ahead, Mr. Polk. What's up? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's going on, Shaq Bonnie, the Godfather? What's going on, Joe? Greg, what's going on? Caller, I haven't seen in a while. What's going on? And the General Lewis. What's going on, General?
That's the General Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Paul?
And by the way, Mr. Polk, this Joe, he this is my childhood friend. We grew up together, man, from the crib. So this is Mr.
Okay,
Polk.
that's cool.
So what's going on, bro?
Good. Oh, not much. I'm just, if unfortunately sometimes on Saturday it's not much to watch on TV. I was kind of waiting to see if the USFL will put a game on TV. I got to check this schedule, see if they got a game coming on. But anyway, I said let me just see if anybody doing anything on YouTube. But I mean, what's the subject y'all talking about?
We're pretty much the reason I invited my man Joe over was because we were doing last week we did the comparison to the AFC East opponents. This week we're doing the NFC East opponents. So being that he's a Cowboys fan, we're just trying to see where we stack up against our NFC opponents. Who do you think we're gonna beat? Who do you think we're gonna lose to? As far as our NFC East rivals and who got the edge on certain positions, you know what I mean? Kind of like a little dive. What do you think? Let's say you on who do you think in the NFC East we're gonna beat and lose to?
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull up the schedule so I can see that because.
Okay, I can pull up the schedule real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But I did catch a little bit what y'all saying. One thing I will say while you pulling up the schedule, as far as our division go, I'm not really make sure I use the right word. I'm not really concerned about the Jets, the Patriots, and the Bills. And it's not disrespecting them. It's just that I think that we have gotten better pieces in place, even though Tua has his, he has his issues, and I'm not going to go on that. I think that we are sitting better where we can win our division and move forward. Once I look at the schedule, then I can kind of get an idea of who. Yeah.
Our first NFC East opponent, because we're just sticking to the NFC East. We're going. It's going to be in Miami, October 8th, 1:00 game against Miami. It's going to be a 1:00 game in Miami, October 8th.
Against the Giants. The Giants, correct?
Oh, against the Giants.
Correct. Yeah.
Fernando Tatis Jr. home run. Yeah.
Who's playing, Greg?
Padres and the shitty Yankees, baby.
Oh, you hate the Yankees. That's what I said.
I think you should be able to. Yeah, we should be able to beat the Giants. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout because you can't really say that with any game, but I think we should be able to beat the Giants.
Okay, and then October, our second NFC East opponent will be October 22nd, a Sunday night game against the Eagles in Philadelphia.
That's one that well, you know, let me say this real quick because I haven't said this before, and I've been wanting to say this about the Eagles. Like I said, I'm a diehard Dolphin fan, but the last year Eagles reminded me of the 1970 Dolphins, and I'm and I'm not saying they're exactly like but I'm saying they remind me of especially the 1972 Dolphins. So with the Eagles and we go on there, that unfortunately I love our Dolphins, but that's going to be a loss.
Okay,
I agree.
All right, and then our third NFC matchup is going to be son of a motherfucker. What the hell? Oh yeah, December 3rd, 1:00 in Washington D.C., our nation's capital, against the Commandos.
Okay, with Commandos, that's gonna be kind of a toss up, but I'm gonna lean more towards us beating the Washington Commanders. I haven't really seen them play, so I got to kind of go back and look at some old film on that. So I'm just gonna guess and say we'll beat them.
And finally, I don't even have to look at the schedule for this one. December 24th in Hard Rock Stadium, we will be hosting 1:00 game. We will be hosting. Is it 1:00 going on? Okay,
yeah,
never mind.
How the Cowboys
it's 4:25. 4:25.
4:20. Game of the
It's
week.
4:25. It's 4:25. We will be hosting the Dallas Cowboys.
How Tua ruin Christmas again?
No.
I have a first cousin that's a Dallas Cowboys fan. And we're playing them here in Miami. I'm sorry, Joe, but I got to pull for the Dolphins. I got to go with the Dolphins on that.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
Dude, you know what I noticed, bro? When I was growing up in Miami, I went to school in Carroll City High, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like out of all the maybe 10 students to a classroom, maybe there was like 2 Dolphin fans. The rest were other teams fans. You know.
Oh, and just to add on, when I say that, I mean that in no disrespect. I respect all teams and what have you, but my first love is Miami Dolphins. And then also I want to go back on something I said about Philadelphia. Like I said, Philadelphia were the team last year, and from looking at what they did with free agency and draft, they have gotten even a lot better. So that's why I see that as a loss with us.
That's what's up.
Based on that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't see like CD wide receivers versus our cornerbacks. I don't know. I don't. Who do you think? Like, for instance, all right, Joe, in your opinion, right? Let's say, for instance, your Dallas Cowboys, right? Who would you? Which one of your cornerbacks? Who would you put on Waddle, and who would you put on Hill?
Well, I wouldn't play man to man against y'all, so it wouldn't really matter. I'm playing zone. Y'all got too fast, bro. It's like you can't. There's no corner out there that matches that speed like that. So there's no way I'm putting any one of my guys in a man-to-man situation against those dudes. I'm playing zone. So that's how I cover that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough because man, Tua is good enough to shred a zone apart.
I mean, I have to take that chance. I mean, and those wide receivers are fast enough to kill any of our corners. So, I mean, I'd rather have eyes on the ball and whatever rather than just sitting up there having to track me with football pads on.
Right.
Yeah, I got a question for the panel.
Well, I
With
know.
Chew.
Oh,
Go
let
ahead.
Lewis.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Mr.
Go
Park.
ahead, Lewis.
No. Go ahead, Mr. Park. I'm sorry. I didn't hear
Go
you.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, if our wide receiver choosing, is he? I don't know too much about it. Is he a speed wide receiver as well?
Who's that?
Yeah, Robbie Anderson is a speed
Robbie
guy.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
he's another fast one. See, that's what I'm saying. It's too much
Chosen.
speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chosen. I'm sorry.
it's too much speed out there. I forgot that man changed his name to that, but it's too much
Yeah.
speed out there for that y'all put out there on the field when it comes, especially with the wide receiver core, and then the running backs also got speed too. So it's like, I don't want to do too much turning my back trying to run with these people, knowing I can't keep up with these people.
And also too, y'all got a speed running back
Tony
as
Pollard.
well.
Yeah, and Pollard.
Yeah, exactly, man. Good grief. I mean, I don't know much about him, but man, I don't know where y'all got him from, but from whatever games I was able to catch with Dallas. Good grief, man, this guy be shredding. He shred some of these defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know. Going back to what Color's point is, and I said it last year, and people told me I was absolutely batshit crazy when I said it. But I wouldn't play zone against Miami. I mean, even if you wanted to play zone, okay, that's fine. But I wouldn't play off-ball zone against Miami. I wouldn't give Waddle and Tyreek Hill free releases because, to Color's point, Tua will absolutely kill you in a zone aspect, especially if you're not putting pressure on them and you're just letting them sit back there and be comfortable. How you play Miami, and I think the blueprint got put out last year by the Chargers. They had second and third stringers and up and down that secondary, but they were basically, even if it wasn't man, even if they were playing zone behind it, it was press, bump and run coverage. They were getting their hands on Waddle and on Tyreek Hill. I just think if you give those guys free releases, and let's say your corner, let's say Diggs is 5-6 yards off the ball, all Tyreek's going to do is get a free release. He's going to make you start backpedaling anyway. He's going to turn around 7-8 yards in the zone, and it's just going to be pitch and catch all day. That's not how you want to line up and play Miami. We have speed, but some of our weaknesses, and shout out to Pete that called it out. If you're physical with because again, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they're on the smaller end. They're not 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2" guys. They're 5'9", 5'10" guys. If you're physical with them at the line of scrimmage, that's how you take away that speed a little bit. So I mean, just for Joe, I don't know if I would sit again. Yeah, maybe zone, but you gotta sit there and play. Get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, because if you don't, it's just gonna be a long day for the defense of Dallas, in my opinion.
And by the way,
you
real
just
quickly,
can't sit back and play zone against two of these guys.
By the way, I have a little PSA for everybody who keep. I know. Who's that? Chosen Anderson calls his name.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, anybody. His name is Chosen, but listen, anybody who has doesn't like him changing his name, I have this PSA.
Wait a second. A man has the right to change his name to whatever he wants to change it to. And if a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, God damn it, this is a free country. You should respect his wishes and call the man Muhammad Ali.
There you go.
That's a good one, Shake.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, Shake, if his mama named him Robbie, I'm gonna call him Robbie. That's all I'm saying.
That's what's up.
Yeah, maybe I need to do that because I called him Chew.
Mom called him Robbie. I'm gonna call him
myself.
Man, we're just having fun, you know.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I wish I was what color was that, bro. Look like he's having fun.
I couldn't figure
I
out
told
where
you
he
I'm
was.
scouting some new quarterbacks, man.
That's what's up.
Uh-oh.
He's got good ball skills. He was holding the ball in his mouth underwater.
Oh man, let me welcome another great member to this panel, Mr. Kari P. What's going on, Kari?
What's up, Dog Fans? What's up, fellas, man? How y'all
What's up,
experiencing this beautiful
and
Saturday?
Don't forget the one Cowboy fan that's here.
Oh, there's a Cowboy fan here?
Yeah, this is my boy Joe. We grew up in he grew up around the corner from me. We grew up in Carroll City together. So
Carroll City. He got beat up a lot, huh?
Huh?
He got beat up a lot, huh?
Nah, not really. But
No.
hey.
What's up, Lil John, man? Hey, man. The season ain't started yet, so I guess you're tolerable.
Yes.
What's up, bro?
No, actually, he's an honest Cowboys fan, so you know he keep it real, just like me.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's how my first
What's the
cousin
talk?
is.
What's the talk?
No, we're doing. Since you're here, I'll let you get at it. We're doing a deep dive. That's the reason he's here is because we're doing a kind of we're doing a preview of the N.F.C. East opponents, and how we stack up against them. Who would you say will we the N.F.C. East opponents that we're going to win to or lose to, in your opinion?
Well, you know, I think Philadelphia's score is going to be tough. I don't know. Do we play them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked at the schedule yet. Do we play the Giants also?
Yeah, we play the Giants. Yeah, NFC,
we're gonna want to. Yeah, we're gonna want to beat the Giants, and then we're gonna want to beat the Cowboys. You know.
What do you think? What about the Eagles?
Yeah, Eagles are gonna be tough, and man, that Washington team is kind of scary too, man. They play some tough defense, man. So I don't know. I haven't really looked at the matchups or anything yet. So I'm just shooting off the cuff right now, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, well, I mean, no, go ahead.
Go ahead, Spoke.
I was about to ask, with Washington, didn't they have they top defensive player? Was he hurt last year or was that year before?
Deron Payne?
No, not him. It was
Chase
a guy.
Young?
Chase Young.
Yeah, that's him.
He was hurt this year.
Oh,
he was hurt this year?
I think he came. I think he tried to come back at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was his injury?
I think ACL.
Yeah, I think it was ACL. Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, it takes time to come back from there. Okay. No, I was just asking that question.
But one thing, Kari, is you got to realize Miami, man. When I was growing up, man, there was either Cowboy fans, Steeler fans, and because of Ray Lewis, Raven fans.
Yeah, well, you know, me and Mr. Park come from relatively the same area down south, so he could tell you, man. Areas like Richmond Heights, Colonial Perrine, they're full of Cowboy fans, man.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
One of my good partners, Kurt, whose son was at UM for a while. D. Wiggins, he's D. Wiggins' dad. He's a major Cowboy fan, man. Got his car all cowboyed up and all that. You know, so he was my teammate too in high school. So it's plenty of. I don't understand the derangement, man. This Cowboy derangement. Is it 20 doors set?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. And then also too, I got another cousin that she's from down here. She just moved. She moved to Jordan not long ago. She's a diehard Raiders fan. And then I got another. And then I got another cousin that's from down here. He plays with I can't help it. He plays with the Ravens. He's
Derek Gibson.
He's a Baltimore Raven.
Derek Gibson, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about I got one that's on the Ravens roster right now, the Marion Williams. defensive back.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cousin. First cousin.
Yeah, well, Gibson was the coach at Killian for a while, but now he's up at FAU.
Yeah.
I think he's the DB coach there, or safeties coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it broke when he left Killian, it broke a lot of those players' heart, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they got a pretty good coach there now. Bonafide Bishop. He played at Ohio State. He was like a 5-star offensive tackle from down here. Had a good career up there at Ohio State. He's returned now. And they got a bunch of college guys on the staff now who played 2015, my son's year. Played with Jaquan Johnson and Shoulder Goodwine, those guys. So Killian is tooled up. They're tooled up, man. They're going to shock some people this season. So,
yeah, I got boy, Batman going to be happy to hear that.
Hey, KP, let's get to the biggest question of the day so far. Has that I heard the rumors circulating, some of the YouTube streets and Twitter streets is you ordered a fat head of Tua for the wall at the crib. Is that the case?
Yeah, nah, man. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh, so the rumors ain't true, KP?
No, I think they misunderstood. I said that when he gets sacked next time with the concussions, his head is going to swell into a fat head. That's what I said.
KP. Come on.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that happen.
Oh man.
Hey, Kari, let me ask you this: what are your thoughts? I got everybody's thoughts on this, but except you. What are your thoughts of getting the wide receiver that was cut yesterday from Arizona?
Oh, Hopkins.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say, man, he could only help our team. He's a great receiver. He's on the older side right now, but I don't really think we need him. I think we got a really deep wide receiver core already. I'm down to just roll with what we got. But if you could get him on a deal that wouldn't hurt our future prospects of signing other guys, then why not, man? I mean, you got to go all in, And if you think he's a possession type who will help counterbalance the speed we got, and I could see them thinking that way. But I'm neither for that move or against it. I would be against it if we're giving him anything more than a 2-year deal. Putting money on the books in the future that'll hurt us down the line. But if he can help us this season and help us, cross into the playoffs, and sign him. But the guy I want to see though is Dalvin Cook. I think is gonna really.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, for me, as far as Dalvin Cook go, tell you the truth, I'm happy with our running back roster right now, and by adding Devon Chaney, that makes it better because we're into with Devon Chaney. I keep thinking that he's going to play a role like what's the guy name Pacheco out there in Kansas City. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Right, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that seems to be the type of player he is, and to bring in Dalvin Cook, I mean, if it's not going to hurt our it's not going to hurt our finances, then I don't know. I guess bring him on there. That'd be an upgrade. That's an upgrade anyway.
Joe, what's our guy from FAMU, Isaiah Land, looking like? I know y'all gave him a free agent contract. Out of the, he didn't get drafted, and y'all picked him up as one of your targeted or prized free agents. You think he has a chance to make your roster?
Put up our roster anyway.
You said who? Isaiah who?
His name is Isaiah Land. He's from FAMU. He's a linebacker / defensive end.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a priority free agent you guys signed.
I mean, I don't know. You don't
know that about.
No, I don't really know.
Hey, by the way,
right now.
Here's a cool thing that my man Joe sent me to hear. Will Ferrell? You guys know Will Ferrell?
Yeah, the comedian, yeah.
Apparently, he's going to be playing Madden in an up-and-coming feature film. So I'm like, why the hell they picked him?
Wow.
What's going on with him? He's gonna be in Madden.
He's going
Yeah,
to
that's
play.
pretty
He's going to be Madden in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
John Madden. Okay, I thought
That's
you were talking about
crazy.
that video game.
If anybody, I'd have Frank Caliente, the dude.
Yeah, that's who I would have had too, Shake. Yeah, for sure.
KP, what's that guy's name again?
Isaiah Land.
Isaiah Land.
Let's see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let's see.
he was he dominated at the what you call it, the
Shrine Bowl, East and West.
well, he showed very well at all those combines, but he was a dominant player who was actually going to transfer to I forget what he was going to transfer. He was going to transfer to a major D1 program like 2 years in, and then he decided to 3 years in, and he decided to stay at FAMU for his senior year. But he's a guy who may shock some people just as a prospect, who could develop.
And you know what's funny is what is he again? What position is he?
Linebacker / defensive end from FAMU.
Okay,
I was hoping the Dolphins would get him.
I don't see him on anywhere on this depth chart.
No, he's not on the roster at all. So
He was a rookie. He's a rookie free agent.
He didn't sign. He didn't get drafted or nothing. He just got brought
no.
on after the draft.
UDFA.
UDFA. UDFA. Yeah. I think I might have the name wrong.
I think that's just to I guess develop him now if they plan on keeping him and see what happens, because Lawrence is getting up there in age anyhow. So
right, yeah.
So by the time if he pans out, by the time he's ready, if they
What high
use
school?
him,
What high school did you go to, Kari?
Killian.
Okay.
Yeah,
because we went to me and my man Joe. I was telling people one of the reasons why I became I kind of fell in love with the game of football was because he went to Northwestern High.
Okay.
And we used to go to a lot of Northwestern games, man. As a matter of fact, the year they won the state championship in 95, 96, the 95, 96 era, where we played Carroll City in the Orange Bowl. They played.
Okay.
I went to all their playoff games. We went to HM. First, it was HML. Was at Trask Powell. Then we went to Plantation. Was Killian in Miami, or was it in Trask Powell Stadium? You remember, Joe?
We come out. We
didn't play Killian that year.
No, 95. Didn't you say? I thought you said they played Killian.
We played Miami High.
Was Miami High in the playoffs?
I don't know, but we didn't play them. We didn't get our revenge against them. We lost the first 3 games. We lost was Carroll City, Southridge, Miami High.
In 95, you said?
Yeah,
95.
We lost our first 3 games, and then we went 12 straight.
Okay, yeah, I know a lot of guys on that 95 team.
And they won the and then
Webster was one of them.
So we avenged the Carroll City loss in the county finals, or whatever you called it, the semis, and we beat Southridge in the second or third round, I believe.
Okay, I thought okay. I remember. I thought it was Killian. My bad. Southridge.
It was Southridge. That's
Yeah,
when
that had the youngest Davis brother.
Yeah, I was about to say they had Darren Davis.
Darren Davis, yeah. Darren Davis who followed Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Troy's the only running back to run for 2,000 yards in 2 straight seasons at the college, at the Division I level in college.
Yeah, I remember Troy. I remember hearing that Troy Davis.
Yeah,
I remember hearing him.
Yeah, he graduated 94. I graduated 93. I was actually recruited to go to Iowa State before he ended up going there the next year. So, Hurricane Andrew kind of messed my whole thing up, my senior year. So,
yeah, man. One of the I got to see
water under the bridge, ancient times.
I got to see Santana Moss before he was a Hurricane and playing in the Orange Bowl officially.
Oh yeah, Carroll. Yeah. Was it Willie Williams? Willie Williams might have been a freshman on that team too. That Carroll
Nah,
City team. Nah,
Willie Williams was later in the 2000s.
much later. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sauce Ray also had a bad running back named Tony Smith a few years back as well.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
just want to show this out there, man. This was back. This was back because my boy, he's my boy Joy. He's in a wheelchair, right?
Mhm.
So one of the benefits of that was going to the game is that they let us on the sidelines, bro. This was me back in.
Oh,
This was me. I think I was 17 or 18 years old. I can't remember. Back in the day, this was at Plantation, bro. Right before the championship.
Okay.
where is Plantation at? Because I'm not too sure where
Broward.
that's at.
Somewhere in
That's
Broward.
Broward County. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. We had those are good. Those are the good old days, bro. I don't care what nobody says, man. I miss the freaking battle. Like when at halftime when both teams will be bands will battle it out.
Right.
Mhm.
What was Santana Moss the only NFL guy on that team on the teams when you were
No,
at Carroll City?
yeah, Santana Moss. Yeah, pretty much. Can't think
Mhm.
of nobody else.
Yeah, because with Killian we had
But Northwestern they
Whit-
had two guys on the NFL, which was Snoop Menace.
Right.
Mhm.
Snoop Menace. What was his name? Marvin Menace, right? That was his real name,
Yeah,
Marvin.
Marvin Menace.
Yeah, Snoop. They called him Snoop because he was skinny, and then Nate Webster.
Nate Webster.
Mhm.
Yeah. That '95 Killian team that beat y'all would have had, I think, a young Steven Tulloch on it, who played for the Detroit Lions for many years, linebacker. He might have been a freshman or sophomore on that '95 team.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then
And,
we also had Lamar Miller that made it to the Dolphins.
yeah, that
Mhm.
was later on when Billy Roll came down and was the coach of Killian for a few seasons.
Yeah, Billy Rowe, man, he was good. He was. As a matter of fact, he
Yeah.
was the coach of that Northwestern team that won the state
Yeah,
championship.
yeah.
Billy
And he won
Rowe
the
and
state championship at Killian too.
Yep.
Yep, sure
I think
did.
I think he's the first coach to win with 3 schools.
Three or four schools, and maybe
Yeah.
even 4.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Good.
that come on, man. That kind of that 06 season, that kind of was like a gimme, right? Like that team was already put together for him when remember he took over for Roland Smith. His second stint at Northwestern. He didn't really have to coach. That
Yeah,
team
that was the team
just
with
that team
yeah,
just
that was
came
the
off a
team with
state championship.
yeah, that was the team with dang, what was the name of the quarterback who was at
That
UM?
was Ja'Cory Harris.
Ja'Cory Harris. Yeah, Ja'Cory Harris. And then they had a big D tackle, I remember.
And they kept the whole squad came back the very next year.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Yeah,
That's where
man,
they
good
played
old days,
Texas.
man.
They played that
didn't
Texas
Jacoby
team
transfer
too.
to another team?
Ja'Cory? No, he stayed at UM.
He stayed at he didn't transfer to another college.
They had a big D tackle named Fortson back then too.
Yeah, Fortson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they had whatchamacallit, they had two big offense. Go ahead, my bad. Then they went to the University of Miami and really never translated. Didn't they play Texas one year? Northwestern, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, they the national championship game. That mythical championship when they went to Texas to go play that high school over there. To say who's the real #1 team in the nation.
Who won that one?
Northwestern won.
Okay.
Yeah, Walt Frazier was the Carroll City coach, right? Right,
Walt
Shake?
Frazier, yeah.
Legendary Walt Frazier. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes.
I just seen some pictures of him not too long ago. Whatchamacallit cuts his hair. J-Boy.
Ethnic Stance?
Yeah, Ethnic Stance. You know, he was
Ethnic Stance was a great player, man.
Yeah, he was his quarterback.
#1.
I think Ethnic Stance, wasn't he? Did he graduate '93?
Yeah, around that area.
Yeah.
He was a senior. He was a senior when I was a freshman.
And he was y'all quarterback. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he won the back-to-backs, didn't he? I thought he won those back-to-backs.
No.
94, the 90, the 96, 97s.
No. He graduated before he was a senior.
I
What's
hate
up,
to
Greg?
interrupt, but I gotta go to work. So
no problem, brother.
beautiful people later tonight.
Hey, appreciate you, bro.
Or this
That's what's up.
afternoon.
No, I'm gonna go on live tonight at 10 o'clock.
All right.
That's
Sounds
what's up,
good.
brother.
I'll see you all then.
All right, man. Be safe,
Yeah, all
brother.
right, Greg. Peace, Greg.
All right, Greg. Yeah, it's amazing how the power down here, as far as the high school, shifted back and forth because Southridge would have it sometimes, and then they'd go back up to Carol City, Northwest, and Booker T.
Central. Don't
Washington.
forget Central.
Central, yeah. Man, good grief. And then it went up to Broward County with some of the schools up there. But yeah, that's why I got to catch up on the high school football because of the pros. I've been kind of neglecting them.
No, but it wasn't ethnic stance. He was there. He was a senior my freshman year.
And I'm looking at it right now. Look what it say. Look, listen. Walt Frazier's undefeated Chiefs faced off in the 6A final with Columbia. The Chiefs led by senior quarterback Ethnic Sands.
Okay.
So it says 1997.
So he graduated then?
It said ranked number 4 nationally by USA Today and the number 1 in the state. Sands went on to play for the U.
Okay, so that's he went to a crappy school after that. That's
yeah, up. because I remember we used to be going to the Mint, and a little after you stopped going to the Mint, he started coming to the Mint when he was playing for UM, but he barely played at UM. He was always on the bench or whatever. He didn't play, but he was treated like God when he showed up to the Mint. Him and his boys, they were like gods over there. So they got treated with a lot of respect and stuff like that. And so he was always showing up with them boys, and I think he got a national championship with when in the 01, 02. Remember when UM won the title? When they won?
Yeah.
I think he was on that roster, but again, like I said, he didn't really play for UM though. He just was there. I think they changed his position too. I think he went to wide receiver.
What's his name again?
Ethnic Sands.
Ethnic Sands. When he went to UM, I don't think he played.
Yeah,
quarterback.
he was a wide receiver. Yeah, no, wide receiver.
They changed his position. Yeah, I remember because he used to always be in the Mint, and he always used to speak to me. Him and his crew. Every time they came in there, he always, like I said, they treated them like they were God and stuff. Like you cleared away when them boys were coming in. And I'm like, y'all doing all that for these.
Shout out to the Mint. That was our hangout spot back in the day. That and Carol Mart, which no longer exists.
Oh yeah, Carol Mart. I spent maybe $1 in there. And I bought some fake gold in there one time. I got me a nice fat gold bracelet. Man, I thought I was balling. And that thing, I took it to the club that night, sweated. Man, that thing turned green. My whole wrist was green.
Good grief. Good grief.
Yeah. That wasn't the same as the flea market on 183rd.
Yeah, Carol Mart.
That was Carol Mart. Okay, yeah.
183rd and 27th.
Right next to Miami Nights.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, after the Hurricane Andrew, right? Our house was all jacked up, and it took us 2 years to rebuild it. So we actually had a house up there on 441 and like 203rd Street, like by that Popeyes over there. I don't know if you know where that is. Yeah. Right behind that little gate, we had a house temporarily. So, I'm a senior in high school. I'm 18.
That Popeyes is right behind Carol City.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, man, I spent many an hour at the Carol Mart, man, just hanging out, buying reggae mixtapes, Stone Love tapes, shit like that. I used to love it up there, man. LC's Roti.
Yeah, what we used to do, bro, me and Joe, we were like, 20 years old, 19 years old. We used to go to the Carol Mart. And, of course, you had a lot of crackhead homeless guys out there. Yeah. And what we would do is we'll buy you a beer, but you got to buy, buy us a beer too. You know what I'm saying? So they'll go in, they'll buy us our beer. And the thing that sucked is we'd go, of course, behind in the cut right next. It's like behind the flea market. There was a couple of barber shops, and then, like I said, that Jamaican place. So there's some apartment buildings adjacent to the Jamaican place that you're referring to outside of the flea market.
Yeah.
Trinidadian, because that's Roti is Trinidadian.
Yeah. LC's good.
Yeah. So at any rate, we would hang out, and the motherfuckers would follow us, and then freaking tell us their life story. I'm like, God damn! I'm like, you're lucky you're buying us the beer because we tell you to go fuck yourself, but fuck it, we need them more than
we just wanted the beer and go our separate ways. They want to hang out with us. Like, no, what are you doing? You got
they're
your
trying to hustle. They're trying to hustle. So
we gave you a beer. We bought you a beer already. We bought you your beer. Go on now. Bye.
The flea market I used to hang out to was a USA flea market.
Of course, that was the shit. That's why I bought my I'll never forget. I bought a Dreamcast with rigged. They had it because back then they had a CD a disc where you put in the disc and then you could play burner games.
Yeah, I used to be the place.
Dreamcast.
That was the first place I seen a live wrestling match.
What?
Was at the USA Fleet. Yeah, they used to have live wrestling there because the thing was I couldn't go to the ones on the Miami Beach because Gordon Solie used to. I don't know if y'all remember this guy used to be Gordon Solie.
Yeah, Gordon Solie. Yeah,
he was over the wrestling in Florida, and when they had it down here, you had to go to Miami Beach. So at that time, and I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, at that time it wasn't good for a black person to be over there at Miami Beach because you'll get stopped right away by the police. So I had to settle and go to the flea market to watch live wrestling. USA flea market.
I was like earlier in the 80s, like mid 80s. I was only like 10 years old then, but I think I remember wrestling matches at like the Opelika flea market, like
that's
which
right.
was. I think they used to have some up in there too. I remember watching some as a little kid.
Not for nothing, but if you go to Opelika flea market, I always felt like I was in a third world country.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hated going there, man. I hated going there, but my mom always wanted to go and shop around and look for this and that. I was like, oh, man.
And then we used to go to the Hialeah
what made me
flea
feel
market.
that way even more because I went to I've been to Dominican Republic a few times, and then now when I go back, I'm like, damn, this reminds me just of Dominican Republic. Holy crap!
Yeah, them outside flea markets.
Yeah.
I've been to that one in Opelika one. They closed it down, didn't they? I think it recently just got closed down. They closed down all the flea markets, basically.
Yeah, they basically started shutting all of them down. The one I've been to that I really enjoyed was the Hialeah flea market. I've been in that one years back too.
Yeah,
the
one that had the little jingle. Opelika Hialeah is the place to go.
Opelika,
they shut that down too.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
Everything.
Yeah, sometimes you can find some nice deals at some of those flea markets. I ain't gonna lie. There's sometimes you can get ripped off, but sometimes you can find some nice little deals too.
Man, I used to buy my music albums over there because the lady and at 183rd Street, she used to get her husband used to work at some place, a warehouse, and they get all the music like albums and stuff get shipped off to the stores. And he used to and she used to sell CDs. Her shop was a CD shop in the flea market. So he'll keep a couple of boxes and give it to her. So she ended up, with the real shit. And I know copies, like made copies. It's a real original albums of CDs that she was getting her hands on, and she,
the flea market, release date too.
Yeah, and she put it on the shelf before the release dates. Like albums back in the days was coming out on Tuesdays, but the flea markets wasn't open on Tuesdays, so she put it out on the Friday before.
Bootleg, you talking about bootlegging?
But it wasn't bootleg. It was the real CDs,
the real ones. Wow,
it was the real ones. I used to cop all my CDs. I was copying from her.
Yeah, man. We had, I'll never forget, we had All Eyes on Me before it came out. Everybody's like, "Is that the new Tupac? How the hell y'all got that?"
Well, I remember the Flea Markets were good for the. I don't know if you were into reggae mixtapes like the Sound Clashes, Stone Love versus Black Cat. All this kind of. I used to get all of them joints.
Mm-hmm. I do. I remember. You would go to a record shop and they would have like a bunch of index cards taped together.
Of all the what's on each tape or CD or whatever.
You have to go through. Oh, I'll take this one, and now, well, I like this one. You know what I mean?
Those were the days,
man. Man, those days. Because I used to have to catch a couple buses from down here to get up to the USA Flea Market.
So, hey, one of my favorite memories. One of my favorite memories of Carol City, of going to Carol City Market. There was this dude. I don't know what the hell he was. He had a suit and tie, and he would walk up like upright, and out of the blue, he'll stop and like he'll act like he's playing tennis. What the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, some characters. There were some characters in the various, man. And then what was it? They had that the jerk machine. The first jerk machine restaurant was right in that little plaza too.
Mm-hmm.
On 183rd at the Carol City Market. Yeah, man. Good food, man.
And it was straight to the back. You talking about that one?
I'm not sure. I was, like I said, I was a guest in that area for about 2 years. You know, I just thought it was a really cool area.
Yeah, sure, man. Have you went to any games, high school games growing up, Kari?
Oh yeah, I was playing in them, man. Let me tell you, I was playing in them, and you know, when we didn't have a game, we would go visit games, you know, go to games and stuff. You know, back then games used to get shot up. You know, there was always a day.
Oh my goodness! Don't talk
my
about
freshman
that.
year, my freshman year, because back when I was going to school, at least, Carol City and Northwestern always opened up the season. Every year. And my freshman year, I think it was
there was always a possibility that something would go crazy.
Yeah, the third quarter. In the third quarter, the game was stopped because of a shootout.
Yeah, that was always a possibility, or some big fight between, you know, like I go with like 10 of my teammates or whatever, and then we see the other team in the stands, and then, you know, it's gonna pop off. Something's gonna pop off.
So obviously, you're familiar with Fresh Power Stadium, then, obviously, right?
Oh yeah. We didn't come up there that much, but when we did, it was always like some of our guys would get scared going up north. Back then, the city had like the stigma. Oh, we going into the city, and some dude, you know what I'm saying? From down south, you know. So, man, yeah, but I was on the sidelines when on my JV year for Killian versus Palmetto, and this is when they had Rohan Marley still at Palmetto.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, that man was killing us, man. He was tearing up everybody's helmet, just rocking people, man. That almost made me want to quit football. Back in them days, man. He was hitting them so hard, man.
No, the reason I bring that up was because there's a dude. I don't know. According to Joe, he still does it. There's a dude. Every time I think of my high school football, I will always think of this dude. Remember to say no to drugs and yes to education.
Charles Powell, that's your announcer. That's
what was his name?
I don't remember his name.
I think it's something Wilcox. I don't know his first name.
Yeah, it is Wilcox. Yeah, Wilcox.
Yeah, man. Right. I miss hearing his voice. And like say, for instance, he got the running back got gang tackled. That was a running back from Carol City, and he was tackled by a host of bulls. Dude, the guy was phenomenal, bro. And then he'll pick out somebody. Mr. Polk. He says no to drugs and yes to education. I'm like, don't be putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, man. The Soul Bowl, man. Let me tell you. The Soul Bowl was Jackson versus Central, was it?
I think
Northwestern.
so.
It was Northwestern.
Northwestern.
No, Northwestern.
Do they still have the DARE program? Does anybody know?
If
I
they
don't
said
think so.
what's that now?
I don't think DARE exists anymore. The DARE program, drugs against something.
Well,
It's a
here's
drug
the thing with
education program.
I think that their program may be in the elementary schools
Not in the high
presently. I'm
school.
not too sure though. I have to check and
Right.
see because if there is the red and white color, then that's down in the elementary schools now.
Oh, it's still in the elementary. So okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
it's in the
That's
elementary
probably where it needs
schools.
to be.
Yeah, that's where it's at. It's in the elementary school, unless they just recently stopped it. And then also, I think if I'm not, and I don't know about you, KP, but Killian's home turf would used to be Tropical Park. That used to be our home game. When we play our home games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we used to play our home games at Tropical Park.
That's what's up,
Because
man.
South Ridge had South Ridge had their own field that you played on sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's Southbridge Stadium now, but you know, we used to play our home games at Tropical Park.
Yeah. Hey, nowadays their program is the parents. I'm like, I dare you to touch my shit. I dare you, motherfucker. I beat your ass.
Yeah, it's tough to coach. I was
Man,
at Trash Pile a couple of times this year with our track team from down here. So, they do a lot of the GMAC track meets at Trash.
Shout out to the West girls track team, bro.
Yeah, because my dad, he used to coach.
They won their 14th straight state title.
Who's South Ridge, right?
Nah, Northwestern's girls track team.
Oh, Northwestern's girls. Okay, yeah. Actually, and so does South Ridge. I think they're in different divisions now, though. We're 4A, and I think you guys are 3A.
Shout out to my man Joe Levesque in the building. What's going on, Joe Levesque?
Yeah, just when I got familiar with the divisions, they go and change it up.
They always. I don't even try to keep up no more because it's going to change every year.
I can't because they keep flipping it. And then,
well, you know why they're flipping it though so much is because the demographics are changing, and they try to classify schools of the same size in the same divisions. So if a school got like over 3,000 kids, it'll be 4A. If they got 2,000 to 3,000 kids, it'll be 3A, and on like that. So whenever like the population neighborhoods change, or the enrollment of the school changes, they have to change division. Try to keep it fair. You know.
By the way, man, one thing I found out through you guys know Dade, man, Dade County. He frequents the spaces. I had no idea until he told me, and Joe verified that they try to change Carroll City to the Carroll City Chiefs to the Miami Garden Sea Turtles. Man, what the fuck kind of shit was that?
I heard a little bit about that, but I didn't know if it was true or not. I mean, I've heard that mentioned, but I didn't know if there's any truth to it.
Yeah, they said it was the Carroll City alumni that they stopped that.
Yeah,
they put a halt to that. They said you're not gonna change that.
Mm-mm.
You changed the whole thing. You already took away the name Carroll City away from the city. Everything's Miami Gardens, and now you're trying to change the school. And then especially to some sea turtles, like what is that?
Yeah, and that school ain't even close to the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly. I mean, I see if you go over there and on Miami Beach and try to get them to change over to something like that, but not Carroll City.
Well, you know that name game. It's all politics, man. Like Coral Reef Senior High was supposed to have been Ferguson High because Reverend Ferguson was like a big time leader in Richmond Heights, and where they built that high school was right on the edge of Richmond Heights. But the politics defeated it being named Ferguson. So now we got Ferguson High all the way up in West Kendall somewhere, and they named it after the street Coral Reef Drive, 152nd, exit 16. But politics gets involved in all those little things, local politics.
Yeah, that's for real.
Man, by the way, I love those cartoons as well, bro. I mean, I love those two cartoons as well.
For the 80s.
Oh
yeah.
A lot of them are politically incorrect now, man.
He-Man, She-Ra. Okay.
Like you can't even play Captain Caveman on TV these days.
Yeah,
man,
without
cartoon.
it offending somebody.
Yeah, no, Captain
Yeah.
Caveman used to have his club. He used to hit the women over the head and drag them back into his cave.
That's what I'm
That's how he got his
saying.
girls.
Without
Damn.
it offending somebody. These days, everybody's all sensitive and like, come on,
Or Pepe
man.
Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew was a serial rapist.
Oh yeah,
He was raping
That's a good
the kittens, man, the cats. They would tell
Hey,
him
but
no. They would tell him no, and he would never take a no for an answer. You know?
hey, but you gotta give Pepper some credit though. He threw down some serious lines though.
Yeah, he was persistent.
The Frenchman.
Boy threw down some lines.
He'd be locked up in the 21st century, though. Pepe wouldn't make it out in public. He'd be a sex offender. Yeah, man.
Happy Le Pew. Good grief.
Oh, like people try to cancel Mighty Mouse. Speedy Gonzalez, saying it was offensive. But it was funny is the Mexicans loved Speedy Gonzalez.
Arriba.
Hey, but Shake Man, do you remember who his cousin was?
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
That's before. That's before.
Oh, but dude,
right,
Slowpoke Rodriguez will get canceled because I'll never forget. Because there was one episode where he was introduced was funny. It was because the cats couldn't catch him. So he goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. He has a cat called Slowpoke Rodriguez." So he went to go chase him, right? And he goes, and all of a sudden you hear a gun go off. He goes, "I forgot he has a gun."
Yeah, that's the thing about him. He don't have the speed, but he carries some heat. Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Yeah,
good.
Blast your ass. Yeah, but they even had remember Grape Ape. There was a whole.
Yeah.
They were like underground. They weren't Warner. They weren't Tom and Jerry, and then they.
Oh, sound like you're going out.
Grape Ape, and they always be racing.
No, okay. You're going in and out, my brother.
They would be doing some sort of race. All right, yeah, my connection must be bad. Anyway, hey, I got to get out of here, man. I'm heading out to the Keys to do some fishing. So,
all right, brother.
Peace to you, Shake.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna come tonight at 10 o'clock. Then, of course, I'm gonna have the weekend off. But yeah, if I see you tonight, if not, man, I hope you enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, brother. Enjoy it, man, and much appreciated for you stopping by, brother.
No doubt, man. Just wanted to say what's up, y'all. And hey, Joe, man, I was just kidding at the beginning, bro. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's all good, man.
Mr. Paul, stay up, man.
All right,
up, man.
All right, KP, take care now.
All right.
All right, brother. Thank you. Yeah, we're about to shut this down in about 20 minutes. All right. So, any things that guys want to talk about before we close this thing up?
Hey, y'all don't watch WNBA?
No.
I don't know why, but basketball is a little more stressful. It's a little more stress on me than football. So I'm trying to get back into keep up with basketball, but I don't know. It's a little stress on me so I just stick with football.
Oh man, it's a little different now. You know, the game changing. Man, look, you see Joker out here leaning on everybody and just wearing people down, doing what he got to do. And look how he was skinnier when he came in the league, but he was a fat kid though.
Who you talking about now?
Joker. The Joker. Yeah, Joker from Denver, the Denver Nuggets. They call it Joker.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I got to catch up with the NBA.
Oh,
yeah, I'm way behind my brother.
Okay.
In fact, I'm just now getting familiar with the Heat's roster, and I know everybody's not a Heat fan, but I'm just not getting familiar with their roster. Because I've been solely on football the last couple of years, so I got to ease back a little bit and start catching up on NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What do you think? So what do you think? What do you think is gonna what's the question I was gonna ask? God damn, I forgot. Well, yeah, okay, there we go. Next week, just so y'all know, next week, I'm gonna be previewing the AFC West teams. That's what I meant to say. AFC West teams. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna listen to this broadcast so I can see how I can improve. And then after that, after the AFC East opponents, we'll get into the the other opponents that there aren't really, you know what I mean, division, like the place teams, all the second place AFC East teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, in the blenders, this Tuesday, Larry K is going to be in the blender. I got your man, your homeboy CB83. He's gonna be in the blender. Color commentary. I'm working on getting Von Joe, and of course you, Mr. Polk. And it's gonna be a hell of a good season because after July, that's it. No more.
Right.
Come August, I'm gonna focus on other things. You know what I'm saying? We get to focus on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shakeman, that's why I say, man, you're doing a terrific job because I remember when I first started seeing you in the chat room, and then you start coming up in the panels, and now look where you're going. That's why I tagged you as the new GOAT, and what have you. And yeah, man, hey, you hit the ground running, and you're doing a great job. And if people knew the history of getting Dolphin information, they learn to appreciate, everybody that's contributing to the YouTube Miami Dolphins platform. So keep up the good work, bro. You sure got my support and love for that.
For sure, man. And like I said, as a matter of fact, you know what? I don't know if you're comfortable or not, but look, I'm putting my number in the chat, private chat, of course, not the fucking private. If you want, hit me up, and then, like I said, I definitely want to work on getting you in the blender, bro.
Okay. Well, my knowledge may not be much, but hey, maybe we can find some interesting to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, trust me. We'll do like a one thing I learned is we'll do like a pre-interview, whatever, and then
okay.
Work away. By the way, no more gaslighting, all right? Because our next guest is not about the gaslighting. Ain't that right, Crypto?
That's right. No more gaslighting. The gaslighting meter has went off too many times this week. It went off so many times the meter had to get new. I had to get new batteries for the meter.
Wow.
I ran out of batteries. The gaslight meter alarm was going off.
No more gaslighting.
I got to start running it off another alternate fuel source of energy.
Let's see, write this down.
I might have to run it off solar energy, Shake Money.
Damn.
Agree.
At least during the daytime, you get free gaslighting and credits,
What's going on, Fred? How you doing?
Mr. Polk, what's happening, Mr. Polk?
Hey, what's going on, Crypto?
What's good?
Let's see.
Getting the day started, going out, freaking get me some shopping going on, so get a few items.
Yeah. Well, really, I just got to getting a few things, a whole bunch of batteries for the hurricane season coming up. B, C.
Y'all got to stack up
the
on
A
them.
batteries, the C and D batteries, and the little 2032 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Even though we don't get widespread power outages here in Maryland, but I'm always prepared. I got a generator that uses 3 different forms of fuel: solar energy, gas, and propane. I'm covered on all three.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I got it where I can tie it into the house, where it's a transfer switch. So when when the power go off, I just go in, plug it in, and bam. Hopefully, I'm not the only one on my block with lights, so they can come try to steal my gas or my propane. But they can't steal my solar power because that's free. That's in the sky.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You on that?
They can't steal that.
Yeah, because down here is a company called Generac, and they advertise their generators, and they have the
Yeah, Generac is
generators
real
that
good. Natural gas ones, yeah, those are good too.
right.
Yeah, that when
And
the gas
now,
line is always feeding in there, it
exactly.
cuts on right away as soon as the lights go out.
There you go. And then also now they have I think they have the solo type
Yeah,
generator.
yeah,
So
that's the one I got.
mhm,
Yeah, I got the where the lithium batteries get powered by the sun, and then you just
right.
feed off the lithium battery.
Yeah.
And by the way, Mr. Polk, you know what's funny is because when the first few episodes of In the Blender, Larry K was producing. I didn't have any controls at that time, so Larry K was the one who bring in the guests, bring up the pictures and shit like that. So he said he saw how ambitious, because I don't think he thought it was gonna grow to the level that it grew to. You know what I'm saying? And he's seen how ambitious I was getting with it. So he said, you know what? He goes, I'll give you my password. And I'm like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. He said, but I found out that you could make me an admin, and I'm more comfortable with that, because at the end of the day, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that type of power over, you know what I'm saying? So at least if I screw something, there's no way for me to screw something up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to affect him. You know what I'm saying? So he was gracious enough to let me do this. So anyway, he gave me controls of his StreamYard. So he made me an admin. And so that weekend, I was practicing with all the controls, and Joe was my guest. I was so I'm like, hey Joe, you want to practice? He go, yeah, all right, it's cool. I sent him I learned, because of that, I learned how to send the link. I learned how to bring him up, learn the controls and all that shit. That I have it saved, and we're gonna be doing membership soon. So whoever is a member is gonna have access to those videos, to watch those videos. And they're also going to watch me and Larry K did a pilot episode before we did the episode with Pam, and that's going to be aired on there as well. I mean, it was pretty cool, man. And I saw, so I mean, it's grown, man, because what sucks is the episode. I love the episode I did with Crypto, but because of me, my audio, at least Crypto was fine. You know what I'm saying? It was my audio. You'd be like, holy crap, that shit sounds so much different than, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like,
oh, mine's came out okay. They can hear me well.
Yeah. It's just my audio wasn't as bad, but if you compare, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you right now. Hold on, but go ahead. I'm gonna put up your episode, and you'll see the difference.
Okay. I'm gonna say, cause it'd be like a monologue. It'd be like Crypto with a monologue.
Right, but here's the thing, Shake. You know, the thing is, you're you know, that's part of learning.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
where you're gonna have to make it. You know, when you run into a little issue, you make the adjustments and you learn from it, and then you keep on moving instead of because instead of giving up, you're learning and you're keeping it moving.
Yeah.
So you're growing. That's for sure.
Yeah, I have, my philosophy is, if something isn't working out, then work harder.
Yeah.
It's just like, for instance, let's say you're a farmer, right? And you're growing potatoes, okay? And the potatoes aren't growing. It's not because the potatoes don't like you. It's not because the potatoes think you're in this and that. It's because you're doing something wrong for those potatoes not to grow. So at the end of the day, instead of complaining and trying to put the blame on everything, figure out why these potatoes aren't growing.
No,
and do
Shake
something
Money. I
about
don't
it.
want to hear that. My French fries didn't come out right. I'm blaming the potatoes.
That's what's up. hey, we said no gaslighting here, brother.
Yes.
Oh man, hold on. I'm looking it up now, man. And I've had so many good guests, man. Chef Jew, Stephen D. Of course, Pam, Great One DeVore. Larry L.
Yeah.
Here it is. Crypto was my second episode, by the way. So you can see, look, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
It was me and Pam and Cap for Life that started off.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on.
But he was considered a rookie, but he played 3 years in the CFL.
I'm the potato whisperer.
What was the CFL? Number 91, which I think was pretty cool. That more.
Look at the audio
We
sound.
also had 2 Gators in that game. Matt Moore. And
say, look,
Marino matchup. Those were good ones. Throughout the 90s, we were in our head-to-head matchup against
your
good
audio is
AFC
good.
teams. We was right there, and that's why we was always feeling so good throughout those days, throughout those years for so long, because we knew we had a shotting chance. We had a snowball's punch in hell, you know, to say we had a chance. But it brought so much excitement. Even if we lost those games, Shea Money, we knew that we were in it. We had a shot. You know, regardless of what dimension, how many dimensions we were, 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, we knew we had a shot because our quarterback and coach tandem gave us that shot. And that was the thing. So I would say that Bronco game, there was another one that stood out. I'm not gonna say the San Diego Charger game because that was a heartbreak. Because Stoyanov, he missed that field goal. That was another opportunity to host.
Yeah,
that was the one
man.
Von Joe said he became a fan on that one.
Yeah,
that was the moment he became a fan. I remember Von Joe said that.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, you could tell the different. Well, actually, I had to change the studio because the next one, the studio was next to the bedroom. So because that was her sister's room, my girlfriend's sister's room. I put it there because I figured I was just gonna do in the blender, once a week. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, El Capitan, you know, I got with El Capitan, and it became a full-time gig, and the rest is history. So I had to move it because I was doing late. I can't be doing late night shows next to the bedroom unless I want to live.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I moved it across. I moved it to my where I played my man cave. So I made that room my man cave and made this one.
Okay. This is not the man cave you in right now?
No, it's the studio now. I switched.
Oh, okay.
I switched it to the studio and then put the man cave where the old studio was. I like it too because I got the curtains there now and this background.
Football curtain in the back.
I love the football curtain. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So season 2, just to give you guys a preview of season 2, I'm working on it now. I'm gonna get a dolphin curtain, an actual Miami Dolphin curtain. I got this last minute, but this time I'm gonna take my time. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a better intro. I'm gonna walk through the curtains and then do like a monologue standing up, and then after I do the monologue, I'll come in to sit on my desk and then talk to the guest. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, like right now, you don't see the desk. You know what I'm saying? This is
right.
And when I do in the blender, I have the desk because what I'm trying to do is shoot for like a Jay Leno, David Letterman.
You see the host. You see him with bigger stage.
Yeah. I want to try to do like a David Letterman type thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a webcam for that too, so it could, switch the camera 1, switch the camera 2 type of deal. It's gonna get more better. It's gonna get more better. It's gonna get a lot more better.
Cool.
But I'm gonna wait for season 2. So
then you could do the on-site things where you like at the game at a tailgate, you can maybe do one of those in the blender episode for the pregame.
Yeah, I might do that
like
too.
put
As
one
a
of the
pre-record.
fans.
As a
Yeah,
pre-recorded. Yeah, but
Mhm.
you know what I'm gonna do? I have a thought. Like what I'm gonna do is I gotta find it, but I'm gonna get one of those bullet blenders.
Yeah, right.
And I'm
The
gonna
neutral
have
blender.
that with me, a blender on the go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a bullet with me, like a Miami Dolphins bullet. So as
Mhm.
far obviously season 2, I'm gonna change this blender to a Miami Dolphins blender. I might keep this blender just for keepsake, and then have some Dolphin players sign it.
Right.
Also, Shake Man, check into blend. I think it's called Blender Jet or Jet Blender,
Mm-hmm.
because they come in different colors, and they may have one that's close to the Dolphin color. Plus, I think they're rechargeable, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, trust me, man.
Yeah, Mr. Polk, they are.
You'll be
I
surprised
used
what
to
you
have
find
one
on
of them.
Amazon. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I used to have one of those blenders that Mr. Polk talking about.
What's it called?
I don't know what I did with it. I lost it.
It's called Blender Jet.
Yeah.
Blender Jet.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's rechargeable, and it comes in. If you go to the right website, I don't know if Amazon may carry the right color, but they come in a whole bunch of different colors, a whole variety of colors, and you might find one that's close enough to be close to the Miami Dolphins color.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, I'm excited. I'm gonna have other guests too. I'm gonna work on some other guests too as well. But yeah, man. Are you saying you're going to the Giants game, Crypto?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what's up.
The Giant game.
That's the game I'm gonna go. My boy Joe. He's my friend. I grew up with. And he's a Cowboys fan, but I can't go to that game, so we're gonna go to the Giants, which is kind of like the next best thing. His brother is a Giants fan, so I'm hoping that his brother could go to that game as well.
Oh, okay. I'm almost sure that the New York people from New York tend to travel to Miami a lot, so it's probably gonna be a lot of Giant fans in the stadium.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pay out the nose for that damn fucking. If I have to pay out the nose, then that's probably the only game I'm gonna go to, because shit.
Yeah, I know the Cowboy game is gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the American teams right there, the Cowboys.
Welcome back, my man Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah.
What's going on, Lewis? Brother from another mother's
Hey, by the way,
waking up in the morning.
By the way, the second to last episode is of the Blender is gonna be my man Lewis. I don't care if it's pre-recorded live, whatever. It's gonna. I already have him for the July the 20th.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one, right before the preseason.
I got to meet you first before Lewis. We do this episode, so because I have something special for you, bro. Just like I gave Batman a wine, I have something with your name on it. So
yeah, that'll work. It's just so hard to meet up when I'm out in your area with work, because it's.
I don't care if I got to go to you, bro, on your day off. I'm
Oh no, well, yeah, no, we can definitely meet somewhere up in the middle, because I know my wife. She's been talking about going to the outlets over there in like Ellington, so I could probably drop her off there and let her go shopping, and then head more your way to meet up with you.
So, yeah. We're gonna do a Port Tropical. Never mind, you don't like that shit. Never mind.
Come on, Shake. You gotta give me real food.
That was sneaky.
You gotta give me real food, Shake.
Oh man, I love me some Port Tropical. Are you kidding me? I'll eat there every day if I could. Unless my grandmother is cooking it, I'm not that picky.
Well, shit, have you tried any coconut shrimp yet?
No.
Okay,
The only thing I eat, I gotta try it, but the only thing I eat from them is the quarter chicken meal, white meat, double white rice.
Yeah, that's my main thing. The chicken and the yellow rice with the vegetables in it. That's my main thing from them.
I don't know what it was, but my grandmother, she used to get like this big metal pot, and she used to cook the rice out of that pot. It was her. I don't know why her food tastes so much better than anybody else's cooking. I can't put a fucking finger on it, but
But I can understand that because my mom used to make homemade hamburgers, man, and they were way better than Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's.
Hell yeah.
You're right, Mr. Polk.
Hey, look, what was your favorite Cuban food, Louis, growing up?
Oh man, probably a good steak with rice and black beans, or maybe some congri or something like that.
Damn.
Listen, but I ain't gonna lie, I eat everything. I'm a big seafood kind of guy anyway. I like
That's
fish
how I am when it comes to
and all that
seafood.
stuff. I love seafood. So
Welcome to the club, good people. So I'm not the only one. That's one of the things I've been keeping in the closet. That I'm a seafood lover. Oh man, I love it.
I like shellfish. Anything from shellfish to damn squid.
No, now here's the funny thing. I will not touch. I can't stand tuna fish. I can eat anything else but tuna fish.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, tuna fish with a little bit of mayo ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I gotta have some. Actually, my mom used to make. She used to make me tuna fish with mayo and celery. That shit was off the chain. I think that's tuna salad. But whatever.
What was that drink you gave me down there, Louis, when we went in that store? That Cuban, that little shot, that little, what was that called? That little shot thing.
the little
un cortadito.
Yeah, basically a little cafecito. The little it was some coffee, but it's just the little shots.
Yeah,
of coffee.
Yeah, it was in a little small cup.
Yep.
The way I like to put it, our Cuban coffee is like the tequila of the coffee world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Okay. That's why they put it in that small cup like that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
that little cup, that little shot right there, Crypto, will have you moving all day long.
Yeah.
Because my dad and my brother used to drink a lot of that.
I did have a little boost of energy though.
Well, it's just like, and just like the and this is I want to bring it to you. Just like the Cuban coffee is a tequila. Like for instance, if you make a margarita, you probably add more tequila. Same thing with a café con leche. You add a little bit more Cuban coffee with your café con leche. So that's kind of like the margarita of the coffee, the café con leche.
The margarita of the coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, don't tell Starbucks this, man. They might steal your idea, man.
Cuban's been doing it for years.
Starbucks. They might come back and offer you $100 million, man. Yeah, you might have to give it to them then at that price.
You have to add real milk though. I'm not fucking drinking no almond milk with my café con leche. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Damn, Jake. What about coconut milk, man?
I don't give a fuck. Listen, if it didn't come out of a cow's tit, I don't want it.
No,
agreed.
Damn, you gotta come out the cow's tit.
I just
buy the whole cow, man.
Yeah, I got some cousins trying to get me on the almond milk. So I said, nah, I'm used to drinking the cow's milk.
It's better if you make it on your own, Mr. Polk. It's easier. You ain't got to worry about all the additives that the store put in them. It's best if you just make it yourself. You're going to get the most out of it.
Man, by the way, I appreciate everybody riding with us. I know we've gone way the fuck off the rails from the Miami Dolphins, and I appreciate you guys for sticking through.
Yeah.
No, but you know what, though? Sometimes it's good to do that. To kind of, you know, how you say, just to break
change of pace. Just to change of pace.
Change of pace. Yeah. Sometimes it's okay to do that.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing is, this is like, for instance, yourself, Louis, this is how I get to know you guys and with these conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
we get to know each other like this, you know.
You get to know and you get to learn, you know.
And you get to relate to people.
Absolutely, Shake. Like, you see, we got together because we're all Dolphin fans, right? So when you get panels like this, you like to talk about Dolphins. But I would consider, and even meeting Joe today, like if Shake vouches for this guy Joe, then Joe's a friend of mine, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's good to have conversations like this because, again, like everybody I see up here on the panel, I would consider a friend, even though I haven't met personally Shake yet face to face or Mr. Park. I got the pleasure of meeting Crypto, and obviously now Joe. But no, to Shake's point, like, yeah, I don't, I kind of already know Mr. Park's thoughts on the Dolphins or Crypto or Shake. It's good to have a conversation and just talk about, hey, what are your favorite foods or what? Because at the end of the day, we're friends. I think for me, again, I've been having conversations with Shake over a year now, and Crypto and Mr. Park. I consider you guys friends, my brothers. Like, yeah, I don't, it don't always have to be Dolphins. I'd rather make sure you guys are doing good in life and how's everything going and things like that. So it's good to go off the rails a little bit.
And what's funny is, see, I'm with my two brothers right now, and what I mean by my two brothers, Joe is my best. I have two best friends growing up. Joe, obviously, and then you guys know about the guy, my best friend who had the terrible towel who passed away in 2015.
Yeah.
He's with me right now, bro. See this right here? I'll put this real quick.
Yep, you showed me last night.
Yeah. See this right here?
Man.
Okay.
That's his urn. So I have a piece of him right with me right now. I got to put it back in the car, obviously, because he's my guardian angel when I drive. Because goddamn, driving to Florida, you need one.
Yes, I heard that. The stories out here, man. Yeah, you ain't lied. Yep.
But with me, real quick, I support pretty much all the Dolphins platforms on YouTube, and I appreciate it because of what I went through as a little kid, being a Dolphin fan and not having the information that's out here now, and especially you guys who got who are hosting platforms and all that. Man, that's why Dolphin fans need to appreciate these platforms because I'm telling you, the information that you get here, and then the people, most important of all, is the people that you meet. Just just like you said, Lewis, GTA, you Shake Money, Crypto, on and on. It's to me, it's like a brotherhood. And then also shout outs to the ladies of Dolphin Nation, like Pamela and the Freaky and
Miss Fins. Don't forget Miss Fins.
Fins.
Yeah, she's definitely a big part of the community, Phin-Sanity,
right? Phin-Sanity, right? So, Carla Williams,
Liz.
Like I said,
how the hell we
it's
can't
like
forget
a family.
We said we can't forget Liz either.
Right, Liz, because Liz is right. Liz is the newest one to me.
I love Liz,
so
and
right.
I was fortunate to be. She came up on the panel to correct Pete that one time. Remember?
Yeah, that was funny. That was a good.
Yes,
one.
she did.
That was that was a classic one. It was subtle too. It wasn't like Pete was excited. Like, yes, I'm finally gonna have support. Backfired on him.
And shout out to Pete because that Pete is a great. To me, regardless of his takes, he's a true Dolphin fan, and I respect him and what have you. That's why I give him the nickname of the Cerebral Assassin.
That's what's
I
up.
give everybody their nicknames, but when I do, it's in a positive way.
Yeah, for sure. And what's funny is, like, for instance, like this, like the Fins tailgate. To me, being a part of the good things I could say about both channels is the Fins tailgate is the nightclub where we get all the homies, we wild out, we go crazy, and then the next day, you grab some of your closest friends from that nightclub and go into like having lunch at a restaurant. It's just a small group of, you know what I'm saying? It's not too off the chain. You know what I'm saying? It's just a small, nice group, just like right now. You know what I'm saying? So they're both channels, in my opinion, have their advantages. You know what I'm saying? We're here. We don't have to worry about going too much crazy off the rails. And tonight, Finn's tailgate, it's gonna go off the fucking hinge.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's a nightclub. The Memorial Day weekend too, so gotta get the drinks in.
You are definitely right, Shay. There are going to be some fireworks tonight, but you know, it is what it is, man. It happens. And,
for sure.
That's what makes it exciting. I mean, you know,
absolutely.
To me, it makes it exciting because it would be boring if you didn't have, you know. That's why I say it with the different, because we have different cultures, different attitude. That's what makes it so to me enjoyable. You know, I sit back and no, it's the truth. Some days I sit here and I'm listening to disagreements where there's yelling going on, and then the last couple nights it's been where we've been joking around, and to the point where I'm laughing so hard I'm up there thinking I don't crack the rib.
Damn.
So yeah, it was like that the other night on Batman's channel, and then I think, and then the other night on with this channel here. So it's something to look forward to, because man, good grief, there don't be too much on TV at all.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is like for instance, again, I'm gonna say this. There's sometimes I have to put people in the back, not because I'm trying to censor them, is because I'm trying to let the person they're interrupting finish their thought. I think everybody should get their thoughts out, whether if you agree or disagree. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that you can't you shouldn't say because for political reasons, and I don't want to get El Capi. I would cut them off because I don't want El Capitan to lose their channel because of some dipshit. But if you're being respectful and you're, you know what I'm saying, you're having, you know, it is what it is. I'll let everybody have a viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? And if they're talking, the only thing I ask is, it's just like, please, we can only hear one person talking, bro. When there's like a billion people talking, nothing gets accomplished, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's why I say you're doing a great job, because you handle it like it's supposed to. That's what makes the show go and continue to get better, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, man, listen, I gotta hand it off. Since I've been on the Finn's Tailgate, man, one of the reasons why the show is going so smooth and so well is because I got a great co-host in Lewis, bro. I know he's one of the key ingredients of why my shows are so great in the Finn's Tailgate. And I'm gonna give you your cigars, bro.
He's the key to YouTube period. You know,
Yeah,
that's why I gave him the nickname the General, because he's not scared to say what's on his mind, and he sticks by it. Period. I mean, you know, everybody brings something to the Dolphin YouTube platform.
Hello?
Everybody can bring something. You know, I may not have as much knowledge as far as stats and certain things, and I'm still trying to adjust from the old school of understanding the NFL and the Miami Dolphins to the new school. So it's going to take some time for me to learn, and I can learn from you guys. And then with our backgrounds, it makes it interesting too, because with crypto is very good, and if I'm not mistaken, in the business world. So if I have an interest in something in business, I say, well, you know what, I can pull crypto. I can ask crypto on the side. Can you give me some advice about this in the business world? So that's why I say everybody has something to bring and contribute to the YouTube platforms.
Absolutely. Listen, and for me, I appreciate the kind words, but the reason, Shake, you're being successful not only on this platform and the Finn's Tailgate is because you're working your ass off and you're putting in the work. Because when I fell back earlier, I had to do a couple things, but I was always listening. And I seen you, I think it was when Crypto came up, you were playing your clip from some of your earlier videos. And from that video that you showed till today, you could just see the world of difference. And that has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you, bro. So
I know, but I'm talking strictly on the Finn's Tailgate, because
I get it.
That shit's hard as fuck to do, bro. When you because
absolutely.
the thing with the blender is I have a topic and a focus. So once you have a topic and a focal point, it's easy. When I do Saturday nights, my countdown, I have a topic and a focal point. But at the same time, you help me out because number one, we're like a coin. We're the same coin, but we're two different personalities on the same coin. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Absolutely.
that's what makes it a hit because you know what I'm saying we're not opposites, but we have different characteristics. Don't get me wrong, man. I could go off the hinges too, bro. I could be rabid if I have to.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I will never forget one of the first times I think me and Shake ever interacted. Him being Cuban, me being Cuban, he understands and I understand. We're gonna be loud, we're gonna be, boisterous and stuff. But Shake's my guy. Like that's my guy since day one. And I've told a lot of people this, and I'll say it again for the people that don't know the story. Like before
It was about Jimmy Garoppolo too. But go ahead, Lewis.
Seemed like he's breaking up.
Sound like got cut off.
Am I back now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you back, Lewis. Yeah.
All right, yeah, because I had got a phone call. But I've said this story before. Like before I even knew this thing was real on YouTube, where there was dolphin content and you could find it. Like the people that drew me into it was guys like Shake Money, because I appreciate the kind words from Mr. Paul and Shake, but it was really people like Shake Money and the TD Fins Talk, the EMs, the Finsanities, and Mr. Ballgames that they're even the people like Reason when they were out here. They're the ones that made me, because I was always watching. I didn't even really go in the chat. I would just, kind of listen. Even crypto for that matter. Like that's another one.
Oh hell yeah!
Those guys gave me. Well, let me say that they empowered me to make it seem like, hey, you know what? I got a voice. I want to talk about my Dolphins. Let me go out here and do it too. So you guys inspired me to, I'm not trying to toot my own horn and stuff, but I've came out here now, and I think people have taken a liking to me. But it's because of people like Shake Money and crypto that kind of inspired me to do it. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, we all need inspiration some way, bro. But yeah, you've been a pillar of this community, though. Real talk.
Hey, I try, Shake. I try. So, but again, I think to your point, Shake, I think me and you work very good together because I've seen you. I know you can turn it up when you want to, but you're more of the calming voice, the voice of reason, and it's kind of like your analogy yesterday. It's like a good cop, bad cop. And usually you're the good cop and I'm the bad cop. But those, I'm sure eventually, I've seen it. So I'm sure you'll have a rabid Shake Money moment.
I've had EM got me there before.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Joe could vouch for you, bro. Vouch for me that I'm the same I'm the same crazy motherfucker you see on the camera. I'm like that in real life.
Yep. Nothing different.
Yeah, because with me, what you see is what you get. Because I have my beliefs and I have my ways, and I'm gonna always try to get along with any and everybody. And those who I see are a problem, I will try to work things out with you. But everybody has a little corner that when you push them into, they're gonna come out, fighting or what happened. Because I used to be, well, let me say this, and don't get me wrong when I say this, I used to be a EM Dolphin. I used to be Lewis years back. But my with me, it got, and I say it's with me now, not with y'all. It got out of control to the point where my father had to step in with me and say, listen, son, you need to change your ways because you're going down a destructive way. And I'm not saying this towards you guys. I'm just saying this with me. It got out of control with me because my temper was off the chain. Off the chain. And in fact, if my father didn't talk to me, I wouldn't even be talking to y'all right now. Okay, but if we had to go to war with any teams, you know, the EMs, the Lewis's, the Shake Money, the DTAs, I can go on and on. Crypto, you guys are, like I said, you guys have the knowledge and the skills to take on these, let's say, our opponents out there. So hats off to all of you. And Fred made a comment, and Fred, when I say this, I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm not really an observer. I'm learning this. I'm learning the new school as far as what I know from old school. So I'm not really a observer. I'm learning.
Yeah, I feel you.
And shout out to Raphael, because Raphael is the newest person. Right, he's the newest person that when I come into a chat room, I greet, and I try to greet in everybody. That's just me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, my man Kane's 89 every once in a while, you know. Dolphins 89, he's cool as hell.
Yeah, there's a lot of good people in the community, and it doesn't matter when I see when.
Who left? Oh, there you go. It's Crypto. He's back. Go ahead, Crypto. My bad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My phone was acting up with the car. In the car.
No, that was Lewis that was talking, I think.
Yeah, Lewis. Go ahead. What are you saying, Lewis? About we're talking about the chat panel members and everything like that.
Oh man, can you guys hear me? I'm sorry, I got another phone call.
That's all good.
But yeah, see, when I see, or I'll just speak for myself, because I know, most of the time I'm a fire starter, and I'm going at somebody. Like I see Fred in the chat now, and like Pete, for instance, that we've been going back and forth the past couple of weeks. But for me, I don't never take it, even when Fred comes at me, or I go at Fred, or Pete comes at me, I don't never take it as disrespect. I take it as we're all Dolphin fans, and we're just passionate about this team. And I try to tell people this all the time. There's not one way to be a fan. Like Shake Money could be a fan of how he views and how he wants to see this football team, just like everybody else. And I think that's the good thing about debate. But like, just for me, if I'm going at Fred, that doesn't mean I think negatively of Fred, or I'm trying to be Fred's an enemy. No, because I know Fred at the end of the day on Sunday is rooting his ass off just like I am for the same team for the right reasons. So, bro, we're all brothers, and that's what, again, coming from a Latino family, my family's kind of big. So that's what brothers do. They fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they fight. Sure. They're going to show their passion, but at the end of the day, it only makes us stronger, man. So, again, that's what I value most about this community. We can go back and forth, we can debate, but at the end of the day, we're in it for the right reason.
Like I said, I have a panel. Fred, rather it's this panel, Finn's Tailgate. As long as I'm hosting the panel, Fred is always welcomed up here.
Absolutely,
of course.
And I can say the same to you, for Lewis. If you're hosting the panel, Fred is always welcome.
Absolutely.
Even this guy right here, who's a Patriots fan, he's always welcome.
Everybody's always
jump up.
Yeah. Everybody's always welcome, man. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody's opinion matters. Now, you could be right and wrong in your opinion, and that's what the beautiful thing about sports is. That's why we have panels like this, is to debate. I say it all the time, Shake. Like, if Shake Money said something and I turned around and said, yeah, Shake, I agree. And then Mr. Park said, yeah, me too. And Crypto said, yeah. And then Joe, yeah. I mean, that's a boring show. We would sound we would sound like robots. You know what I'm saying? We have to have some kind of difference of opinions to bounce it off to keep the conversation going. So,
man, me and Joe, we speak on the phone. Not as often as I like, but when we do speak on the phone, there's been times where we would just, where eventually I'm like, okay, look, let's just agree to disagree, because we're never gonna we're never gonna change each other's minds on this shit. He'd be like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, me and him would go a whole hour debating the same fucking point, and we're at the end of the hour, we're still on our squares. Like fucking.
I'm not moving off that square.
Nobody bugs.
That's just like the different platforms, the different Dolphin platforms. You got some that it's some to me personally that I don't agree with, but I still support and I'm subscribed to because they're still a part of Dolphin Nation and what have you. So I'm going to support you, even though I may not agree with how you feel about my opinion or this player. I'm still going to subscribe and support because, like I said, we are all part of Dolphin Nation. Period. So sometimes I may jump from one platform to another. If they're talking about something I don't like, I'm gonna hit that the like button because that's my way of showing my support. Even though I may not agree with what you're saying, it's still my way of showing my support and respect for you. That's all it's all about: support, respect. Because, like I said, if you knew the thing, if you went through what I went through, being a Miami Dolphin at a young age, and had to wait till the 6 o'clock news come on at night just to get a little just a little snip of information about our Miami Dolphins. Oh man, you'll learn to appreciate YouTube and some of these other and Twitter and some of the other platforms that carry the Miami Dolphins. You'll learn to appreciate them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, man. You're 100% spot on that, man, because I'll tell you what, this is probably one of the funnest off seasons I've had in years, bro.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, you can get on YouTube at almost the way it is today, as of today. You can get on here almost at any time and catch one of the platforms talking about Miami Dolphins, whether it be in the morning, early in the morning, or even past 12 at night.
Speaking of which,
that's good.
Speaking of which, let's welcome to the show, Fred. What's going on, Fred?
What's up, Fred?
This is picked up now.
Good.
What's up, Fred?
Good afternoon, everybody. Should I say, gentlemen? Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good
afternoon.
Hey, Fred, good afternoon, but keep the nonsense for tonight.
You can't have nonsense before coffee in the morning.
No, that's what I plan to do, man. I keep it. I just plan on just go ahead, keep it civilized, man. That's all. No harm intended.
Yeah, you're good, bro. Oh man.
But how's everybody doing though, man? How's everybody doing this beautiful afternoon, man?
It is beautiful, man.
Hey, you know what, Shake? I know it's been beautiful there, man. Like I know it has, man. There in Florida, man. Like probably like the last month, man. But I don't know about beautiful here, man. I'm still at 50 degrees here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Where you at, Fred?
I'm in New Jersey, Mr. Polk. I'm in New Jersey, everybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got some people up there.
So I haven't broken out the barbecue yet. You know what I mean, man?
Well, Fred, I got to say this real quick. When I was a little kid, my grandmother used to come as soon as I get out of school for the summer, she used to grab me and take me up to Burlington, New Jersey. And and here's the thing that's funny. I used to complain about being hot here, but doggone, when it gets hot up there in New Jersey, it gets hot. It gets hot.
It gets hot, Mr. Polk, but we the highest it may get, man, we might get a 90 91, man. Y'all get that. I'm sure y'all get that 10 o'clock in the morning, man.
Oh, earlier than
You know
that,
what
my
I'm
brother.
saying?
No,
Early,
8 o'clock now. 8 o'clock.
Damn.
It'd be that before the
Yeah.
sun get up.
You're right, Shake. Damn.
Yeah,
It don't hit.
man,
It
'cause
don't hit. It don't hit the 90s till about 1, 3 o'clock afternoon, something like that.
yeah, but it's nice though. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to go up there. Well, most of the time I've been up there in the summertime, so it's nice, man. Because I be out there running around with
But you
with
know,
the cousins and everything.
always say, man, I'm gonna get down to Florida one day, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, Ian's from Texas, right?
Yeah, Ian's
Who?
from Texas.
Yeah, from Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
look,
been out there too.
look, there's footage of. I think he has a truck, whatever, right? Look at his EM's truck.
Uh-oh.
Good grief.
God damn, what the hell?
What the hell?
Wow.
That's crazy.
You know what, man?
Man, a truck like that could be you driving in these swamps going after these gators and pythons. Good grief.
That shit was funny.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie though. Me and Batman were at the game, week 3 for the Buffalo game, and I know we as Dolphin fans we give Buffalo a lot of shit for crying about how hot it was. Me and Batman were in section, I believe, 129 in the lower bowl. So basically, lower bowl kind of facing Buffalo sideline, or basically horizontal with Buffalo sideline. And dude, by the 4th quarter, Batman, he taps me on my shoulder and he's like, "Bro, I got to go to the promenade and get out of this sun." I'm talking about, it was hot, bro. It was hot as hell. So that I'm kind of glad me and Crypto kind of sat in the 300 section for the Minnesota game, and it was still hot. But bro, that lower bowl when that sun is beaming down at 1 o'clock. Oh my God, dude, it's brutal out in South Florida.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why they took the Sunday afternoon in September away from the Dolphins. It's no, you're not going to see too many. Which is, I think, is fine for me because at the end of the day, look, at the end of the day, we lost our home field advantage to Buffalo, but guess what? They lost theirs to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that might happen.
Shake, you know, I got a friend that's a Buffalo fan, and you know, I go at him about when we kicked their ass last year, man. He comes back with me. He said, "Man, y'all cooked us first. First y'all cooked us, then y'all kicked our ass, man." You know, so he uses that, man. We were out, man. We were burning up, man. Guys fall out, like whatever, man. We kicked y'all's ass.
People in the stands was baking, man. Like Will said,
you could tell.
you sit on that side, you gonna bake.
You could tell whatchamacallit had so much fatigue that that throw he makes. If it would have been like that throw at the end, he makes he makes that. He makes
if it was 20 degrees colder, that probably would have made the throw.
Yeah.
It probably would have. If it was just chillier, it probably makes that throw.
Well,
hey, man, I don't know,
his
man.
offense was on the field most of the game, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think.
The offense was out there way a long time, like 90 minutes, something like that.
Exactly, man. Conditioning is conditioning. It ain't like we wasn't on the field too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact,
you got to drink more water. Just got to drink more water than your opponent.
As a matter of fact, Nick Needham was right there, man. He may have made that play, man. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
No, Nick Needham was out though, wasn't he?
No, he was out.
No, he was there. He was there on that. Nick Needham was right there on that.
He was hurt on the preseason, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't in there.
Yeah,
that was a walk-in touchdown, Fred. He was.
I think that was Cater. It was either Cater or the other dude.
I could have swore that was Nick Needham was right there on that, man. He may have broken that up anyway.
No, Nick Needham, he was injured. Nick Needham
it wasn't nobody in that vicinity. That was an easy 5-yard toss, pitch and catch. With the velocity he throws at, no. Nobody would have got to it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember if it was Needham or not, but I don't think if it would have been a good throw, it was going to be a walk-in touchdown. I don't think they were going to stop that.
It's just he was fatigued.
Yeah, because it's only short yardage. You know, you gun that in there, that's a touchdown.
Well, it's like, for instance, like when Utah came to Florida, it was a night game, and the guys were fucking throwing up. I can imagine if it was the daytime.
Oh man. No, I'm not gonna lie. It was hot. That game was absolutely brutal. And from what Batman told me, the New England Patriot game, week 1, was even hotter. But
was hotter than that.
I wasn't able to make that game. But I'll be at the season opener, week 3 against Denver. I'll be there. I'm gonna try. I know Shake Money and Joe said, and Crypto said they're gonna be at the Giant game, so I'm probably gonna go to that one. I'm going to the following week. Fan Fest weekend is
they play
6.
Carolina. Yeah, Carolina. I was thinking about that one too, Lewis. Because damn.
So I'm gonna be there for that one as well. And then I'm trying to get my wife and stuff. We still got family in Miami. I used to live down there, so I'm trying to go down there for the Dallas game as well.
Yeah, for sure.
That was in what? November or December?
No, that's December 24th. That's the day before Christmas. That's why my wife is like,
"Oh, we got a Christmas Eve game." Okay.
Yeah, so she really don't want to go away from home. So
hey man, hey, could you guys stand? Could you guys stand a cold ass winter game, man? You know what I'm saying, live?
I couldn't. I'm gonna be honest with you, Fred. Listen,
I haven't been in one.
I couldn't do it either, man.
I don't know how Shake Money feels or Joe feels or Mr. Park feels, but I'm a Florida boy through and through. I can't.
I mean, I probably can if I got the right gear. You know, I probably can, but I'll be miserable. I say I'll be miserable.
The only time I've been in cold games was high school football games, and I hated them shit. So
that's a fact.
That's right, man.
I would say I would be miserable, but I would probably stuck up 3 hours.
I don't think you could dress warm enough, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
Especially if the wind is blowing. Don't let the wind be blowing.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God. It's a wrap. Then. You be ready to leave at halftime. I'm going home. This game.
See, y'all don't sell warm clothes in Florida. That's why y'all don't know what's going on.
The whole time you just cussing yourself out like, why the hell I came out to this shit?
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, you're right, man. You're right.
Me and my wife, we spent, this was probably 2-3 years into our marriage. We went up to New York to watch the ball drop for New Year's Eve and Times Square. And let me tell you something right now. She wanted to stay, so we stayed because I was trying to show my love for her. But that would be the last time I'm in New York. I'm telling you right now, that shit was cold as hell. She was like, but babe, she was telling me I'm more shape. Let's stay to watch the ball drop. And I was like, man, we got a TV in the hotel. I could watch it drop on the TV. I don't need to be out here that shit. It's cold as hell out here.
One thing about my boy Joe, I
was in Millennium Park in Chicago watching, New Year's thing, but the New Year's 2000 for the Millennium, I was in the Grant Park in Chicago watching it. It was cold that day. It was I think it was 4 degrees outside. It was ridiculous.
Hey, Shake, I know you was around for this, man. What about the barefoot kickers then, man? You know what I'm saying? I used to wonder how the hell they do this shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they used to do it in the snow too.
Yeah.
I mean, the New England kicker had it and was kicking in the snow barefoot.
Tony Franklin barefooted. It was a couple of guys, man. I just can't name them all, man. It was a couple of guys, man.
Mike Lansford for the Rams.
Yeah, exactly.
He did it barefoot. And those were the days, man. They was tough.
I don't see how they did it, man. I still, to this day. I used to think, man, maybe they get a shot in the foot, man. Don't feel nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Numb that foot up and they go ahead, punt or field goal that ball. They kick off like that too, man. You know what I mean? Damn.
Yeah. I mean, that ball was cold and like an ice block, and they blasting it with their feet barefoot. And that
It used to
they
hurt me
when it
watching
was
it.
cold. I'm like, how in the hell is he kicking it like that?
Yeah. And they be good from 50 yards out, man.
And as little kids, being little kids growing up in Chicago, we used to try to emulate it. We used to try to go out there and practice it. I actually tried it one time myself.
You know what? That's funny right there, man. That's funny.
Hey, by the way,
I wanted to try it. But I like, no, never mind. Yeah, no, I ain't doing that.
Hey, by the way, shout out to another brother of the member of the family, my Gator brother, Mr. Von Joe. Yo, Shake Money, shout out to you holding it down this morning into the afternoon. Really enjoyed the content as I worked the Saturday. Salute, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
And this is another guest who's going to be in the Blender season 1. So I can't wait for him to come on, man. I don't care if it's pre-recorded or live. I want him on, bro.
All I know, me and Von Joe be killing Fred.
Von Joe, you been
That's all
stumping.
I know.
Oh man.
Hold on.
Me and Von Joe be straight
They be
up
cooking some
killing Fred.
entrees.
Oh my God.
They be serving up them 7-course meals.
Hey, you know what, man? So I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I'll taste what y'all have to serve up, man. I'll taste it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I don't necessarily have to like it, man. I'll be the man. Give me my money back.
Hey, Fred. Hey, listen, Fred. Listen, I got your back. I got your back against Von Joe Lewis. So, and solidarity to you, man. This is for you, bro.
That's messed up, Shay.
Damn, Shake.
Hey, Shake, look like yours got melted a little bit on the front, bro. You know,
yeah,
they do that sometimes. Man. Yeah, look at
that. That's what happens when you shop at the Dollar Tree.
That's right, cool, Shake. That's why I fuck with you, Shake, man. That's why I love this panel, man. We can joke around, man. You know what I'm saying? And it should just be fun, man. To me, man, I swear to God, it does, Shake, man. You know, much love to the channel, man.
All I know is Shake Money's spatula look like it's used. Fred looks like it's brand new. Fred don't be cooking.
And the good thing about this, look at the color, bro. Look at the color. See?
Oh yeah. That's kind of dolphin spatula going on. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, mine is just.
What did Von Joe say? What he said? You got it from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Hey, Shake, man, they need to come up with that for a dolphin. That's a dolphin. That's a sale right there, bro. A dolphin spatula, bro. We need to get that going, man. Shit.
Actually, they do have them. Actually.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I'll show you right now. Hold on.
Oh, not only
they
that,
sell them on Amazon.
Oh, good shit.
Oh, Fred, think that's something. I seen a barbecue, like the barbecue set with the spatula and the thing.
And the tongs
all that.
Yeah.
And the dolphin.
Where are you going to get something like that? What you go on to get something like that, man?
Well, what you have to do is first you get on. If you get on the internet, just type it in, and it may show you who has it. Amazon carries a lot of things because that's one of my main.
Because
Amazon.
Because the closest thing I got to something that's in the kitchen, Mr. Polk, is my coffee cup, man, with my name on it. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Polk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a frying pan or something like that, man. That'd be cool, I think, man.
No, but just get on your browser, your internet browser. It can be Google's or whatever. Just type in Miami Dolphins, what you want, and see what happens.
Hey, Shake, I like that one, the second from the left, man. That's tight. I like that.
Yeah, here it is.
Yep.
Well, Fred, all you have to do is tell your neighbor to order it. Once he gets it in, you can go over there and steal it from over there.
I ain't asking that dude nothing, dude, man. I told you about him, man. I ain't messing with that dude. I make sure I keep my noise down from, You know what I mean, Lou? Messing with that dude, I make sure I keep my noise down, man. Shit.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was cool, Shake. That was cool.
Yeah, man. That's man. Man, I like cooking, to be honest with you. The only thing is, me and the old lady, we she's vegan now, so we really can't cook, you know.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm sorry, I got to have my meat. I mean, I don't cut back on the beef and stuff. I eat a lot. I eat a lot of fish, but you know, I still every now and then go and get me a steak and season it up, throw some onions on it, and go up and ride with that. I don't do it as much, but I do it every so often.
I get some dolphin salt and pepper shakers, man. All that, man. Everything in the house would be dolphin, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
I mean, what's
I
that?
like that,
What's
man.
that behind you, Shake?
That's my cat.
I'm sorry, that's your cat.
That's a cat, man. Yeah. I seen him before, Shake. He look big as hell too.
Yeah, he a little asshole.
Hey, Shake, man. I had to kind of put the kids in a little check, man.
My bad.
About 2 days ago, man, I had to put the little kids in the check, man, because they came outside, Shake, with the cat in a plastic, in a like a carry, like a woman's pocketbook, but it was clear and see through, but you can zipping it up, right, Shake?
Yeah.
But the little kids had the cat in the bag and shit zipped up. Man. Oh, y'all can't do that, man. Y'all can't do that. So, I literally, man, they were serious too, man, carrying him around, zipped up, man. I'm looking at him through this clear pocketbook, zipped up, like, oh, y'all, come here. And, man, I had to get that cat up out of there, man. AK Shake, that cat was so glad to get up out of that bag, man.
Yeah, man, because he needs to breathe. At least give him some air.
Man. But, the kids ain't realize what they was doing, man.
Yeah, I don't think they did it out of malice, like you said.
Nah. You gotta watch kids and shit like that, Shake. You know what I mean? I just happened to have noticed it, man, when they came down the steps. Cat didn't have a happy look on his face at all, bro.
Nah, man.
Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna close this. I was gonna close this down, but once again, I held it up for crypto. So,
hey, Shake, is there something going on tonight? You said something going on. Something's going on tonight, man.
Yeah, of course. 10 o'clock, man. Saturday night tailgate. By the way, tonight. All right, here. All right, Lewis. I'm gonna let you guys. And Bonjo, if you want to, be the tiebreaker. All right. What I'm gonna do. I'm doing a countdown Ali's show, because Ali will be back in August. Everybody can't wait for late night XL, myself included. That way I could get Saturdays off again. And so what I'm doing is we're doing like for instance, the Saturday previous I did the top 2 running back duos. This time I got 6 lists combined. The top 10, 2 top 10, 2 top 25 running backs list. What position group do you want me to do next? Come on, I need help. What I was gonna do wide receivers, but if you have any suggestions, great. Let's go with you, Mr. Pope. What position do you think?
Oh man, my biggest interest right now is linebackers.
Linebackers, all right. Top 10 linebackers.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Joe? What do you think?
Running back.
We did running back.
Y'all did corners, safeties.
Corners, okay, corners. How about you, Crypto?
Well, what was it? Repeat the question.
We're doing a countdown. We did last week. We did top 25 running back. We did the top running backs, right? We did 4 lists of top running backs. This week I was gonna do top wide receivers, but is there any position? What do you think? Top 10 list.
Yeah, lineman.
Offensive lineman. Any position?
Yeah.
There's like 5 positions: center, guard, or.
Well, top 10. Let's do top 10 guards.
Okay, Fred.
I like what Mr. Polk said, man. We go with the top 10 linebackers, man. I like that.
All right, Lewis, how about
and
you?
make sure.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go wide receivers.
Wide receivers, all right. So wide receivers. Oh, by the way, inside linebackers or outside linebackers? You know, there's two different categories.
Inside linebacker.
Yeah. Let's go with the inside, man. Inside.
All right, Von Joe.
Hey, Shake.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Shake. I was gonna say, when you do the top 10 list of guards, make sure that that list starts with no other than Liam Eichenberg. You must start the list there. Just Eichenberg, and then that's the rest of the field.
And then, and when I do cornerbacks, you don't need. I have to do no Igbenogany, number one. So,
right,
Von
that
Joe,
list must start with that.
Von Joe, who do you think? What do you think, Von Joe? Linebackers or wide receivers? If you're in there, but you know what, Joe, I'll let you break that tiebreaker. What do you want? Wide receivers or linebacker? Inside linebackers.
Let's go inside linebackers.
All right. So tonight we're gonna do top 10. We're gonna do the 4 lists of top 10 inside linebackers. So I'm gonna do final thoughts. Go ahead, Lewis, man. You said you're gonna be out of here. So what's going on? What's final thoughts?
No, man. I think it was a great show. Shake, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
We'll definitely do it again tonight at 10 on the Fence Tailgate. And to everybody else, Mr. Paul, Fred, Crypto, you already know. Joe, very nice meeting you, homie.
Same to you. Same to you.
Peace out, Luke. Peace out, Luke.
Appreciated the conversation, man. So you guys have a good one.
You too.
All right,
be safe.
Thank you.
All right, my man Fred, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, every time I'm up here on the show, I have a great time, man. Some great group of guys up here, man. The show was very fun, and and go Dolphins.
That's what's up, brother. See you tonight, Fred.
All right, Shake.
Crazy Poke, Mr. Poke, what's going on?
Shake, thanks for having me on the show. Joe, it was nice to meet you. Crypto was always a pleasure, and what have you. We'll chop it up some more later on, and what have you. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me go see if I can go find me something to snack on, and I'll check with you guys later.
Peace out, brother.
Okay.
Right.
Crypto, what are your final thoughts?
Thanks, Shake Money, for opening up the space today. Appreciate it. Been a pleasure.
Yeah, for sure.
And doing. We're gonna start that top 10 list with Eichenberg. I'm looking forward to that day.
Yeah, yes. And by the way, like I said, just like last week when I fell asleep, man, when you jump on a panel, I got to give you an hour, bro. You're pure gold, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it.
I'll leave you here, but Joe, what are your final thoughts before we close this thing up?
Yeah, I appreciate all y'all. Thanks for having me on, and let's go Cowboys, and hopefully we be better than Philly this year since they're the favorite.
All right, man. And my final thoughts is, man, hey Joe, man, thank you for being my best friend and brother, bro. I appreciate all the support you've given me with when I'm whatever venture but listen, when I used to do DJ Shake, he was the one who provided me with the music. When I was doing he did the intro for me for In the Blender. Unfortunately, YouTube bitch asses won't let me use it, but man, I appreciate all the support you've given me, and thanks for being on here, man. And remember tonight, and you're more than welcome to come on tonight, the tailgate as well. You know what I'm saying? You if you want to get on before everybody, I drop the link. I'll always send you the link. Same thing with you, Crypto. If you ever want to get on before I drop the link to everybody, I'll send it to you in a message, bro. I have no issue letting you on before anybody else. You have carte blanche that way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I appreciate it.
No problem, bro. But anyway, not to mention, man, you're my second guest. So at the end of the day, bro, Crypto, I feel like you're a part of ground zero when it comes to In the Blender, man. And I'm always going to be indebted to you, bro. Always. So with that being said, man, I'll see y'all tonight. I'll see y'all tonight, bro. Be safe.
Yeah.
All right, same.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.